Hey there, folks. Adam here going live. We've got ourselves a winter storm, as you might be aware of. So that's why obviously why we're going live. Thanks to everybody who is joining us. Let's take a look at Brennan's latest snowfall map. So I'm going to show you some of the model data as well too. It's like areas east of Bracebridge looks absolutely ridiculous on the latest HRRR model. Yeah, it's not going to be the greatest situation. It looks as though the Toronto Hamilton GTHA kind of corridor sitting somewhat in a bubble as far as the model data is concerned. If we take a look at the radar data, yeah, it's interesting because it looks like Toronto's getting a lot of snow. But if you look at the model data overall, this is all the way until Sunday, and it's saying that Toronto's probably only going to get a few centimeters, maybe 15 centimeters the most. So we'll see if that does occur. So, yeah, so that's something interesting to take into consideration. And we'll have to see how that does develop. So we're actually live on TikTok for the first time with because we went live on TikTok for the first time, I think, 2 days ago, just so we could be approved to be able to go live during these live streams. So we're live on Facebook. We are live on TikTok. We are live on Twitter. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. So we're trying our best to get it out to as many different places as possible. So thank you so much to everybody who's joining us. Please let us know what you are experiencing. Melissa here from Facebook says, very high wind with snow happening in Belleville. Thank you very much. There was actually, I know initially we were talking about freezing rain was probably not an issue. However, last night into this morning, we were actually seeing quite a bit of freezing rain coming through into Eastern Ontario. So I know there was power outages in the Ottawa region as well too, which wasn't great. And hopefully folks have their power back. But power outages are certainly a concern, especially as these winds start to kick in. I'm going to jump into the model data so you can see some of the wind gusts. The wind gusts are going to get much worse this evening. So right now it's starting to get, it's already pretty darn windy in some areas. Niagara has already had some reports, I believe, in excess of 100 kilometers an hour. But yeah, the winds are just going to continue to spread and strengthen into this evening. So this evening is going to be a mess for sure. Miranda on our team just said parts of the 402 are shut down apparently, which is not great. So side note, if you are on a mobile device, and this is whether you're on TikTok or you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube or anything at all, if you're watching on your phone and you're holding your phone vertically, turn your phone to the side and you'll get a much wider, better view of it. So we like to stream in widescreen as opposed to the vertical view. So yeah, if you are on mobile, turn your phone sideways, turn your iPad sideways, and you'll get a much, much better view. But if you have like YouTube on your TV, just search Instant Weather Ontario on YouTube and you can just throw us up on the TV and then you can still use your phone to, watch funny videos or something. I don't know. But yeah, so those are hopefully some things you can do to get a little bit of a better viewing experience with this. So again, there's Brennan's snowfall map. It is pretty nasty. We just had a report, Highway 401 closed between Tilbury and London. Multiple accidents. Stay home, stay safe, not worth it. Yeah. There's already 543 active outages on Hydro 1, 51,000 customers affected. So there's that. Yeah, that's not great, but we'll have to see how this does continue to develop. This is only starting. We said Friday was going to be the worst. This is just getting going, and then Saturday is going to be pretty nasty too. And Sunday, for those who are east of Georgian Bay, east of Lake Huron, the snow squalls are going to be ridiculous on Christmas morning. So for those who want a white Christmas, there you go. And for those who don't celebrate it, happy holidays. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting few days here. So hopefully hold on to your hats, folks, and hopefully stay warm. Obviously we're dealing with a frigid cold on the backside of this as well too. So we mentioned this in the live stream 2 days ago, but sometimes we have these kind of holiday timing with big freezing rain events, right? And the one silver lining to the freezing rain event is when you have freezing rain, typically you're hovering around the 0 mark, right? So even if the power goes out, it's 0 outside, which is not the worst. However, in this particular case, when the power goes out, we're going to have temperatures dropping down to -10, -15, and the wind chills are getting into the -20 and plus. So that situation is not great. So no power and then frigid cold outside. That's when things start to get dicey. So hopefully everybody stays safe. Hopefully everybody stays warm. Charge your stuff, charge your phones, get your blankets ready, candles if you have them, or candles are a little bit of a fire hazard because you're in the dark and you knock over a candle and things start to ignite, which is not the greatest situation in the world. So hopefully you have some LED lights that can run on battery power, and this type of thing would be optimal. So I just want to do a little bit of a zoom in. Brennan actually was kind enough to do a few zoom ins on the map here. So let's take a look at the central. This is just zooming in a little bit more so you can see. As you can see in the red area, he's got 50 to 100 centimeters for Bracebridge, Baysville, Huntsville, Port Carling, Gravenhurst. Now, the reason it's a little bit larger than what we see on some of the models is because the winds could shift a little bit one way or a little bit the other way. So Brennan has to kind of take that into account, and that's why you have the purple 40 to 80 centimeters as well too. Having said that, he's got it up to 100, and if you look, we see this locally. If you look over, this way. If you look over that way, and at the very, very bottom, you see locally 100 plus. And the reason he put that there is because some of the model data that I'm about to show you, 58 inches on the latest HRRR, 58 inches for basically kind of the Bracebridge, Baysville, a little bit maybe to the east of that area. It's talking about 58 inches. Chances are the model is overestimating that, but I mean, the fact that it even says 58 at all is preposterous. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So and then obviously you're going to have areas like Chatsworth and Saugeen Shores, Owen Sound, potentially into Meaford, that whole red area as well too. I mean, blizzard conditions, of course, but the snowfall is going to be pretty ridiculous as well too on the northwest side of southwestern Ontario. Southwestern Ontario is a strange region when you actually outline it, because it goes all the way from Windsor. This is why we call Windsor and Chatham-Kent, we call that extreme or deep southwestern Ontario, because it's often a completely different situation compared to Tobermory and Wyerton and Owen Sound and those areas. So it's interesting that whole area is called southwestern Ontario. I think there needs to be a new name for kind of the Bruce Peninsula region. That needs a new term. So when it gets kind of thrown into the southwestern Ontario mix, it doesn't make the most sense. But nevertheless, so that is the map there. I'm going to zoom in here. I think he highlighted some of the GTA regions as well too. Yeah. So, Fort Erie is possible to see 50 centimeters plus, maybe up to 100 centimeters. The squall, this is including the squalls that are coming on Sunday. So that's not necessarily going to happen all today or tomorrow. We're going to continue to have squalls Sunday into even, early Monday as well too. So those squalls, depending on which way they shift, might be pretty brutal for like the Fort Erie area, Niagara Falls, maybe Niagara on the Lake. It depends if it pushes up a little bit further to the north. St. Catharines as well too, possible. And when we had that ridiculous Buffalo snow squall that happened earlier this year, I think we expected it to stay a little bit further south, but at the very end, it kind of shifted a bit to the north, and then Niagara Falls got hammered with it. So, it's if things shift slightly, we have such tight gradients of where it's going to be not that much snow or a ridiculous amount of snow. So if things shift just slightly, we'll have to see how that does develop. I have noise canceling on, so you probably can't hear my cat meowing, but my cat is just constantly meowing behind me. Thank goodness for NVIDIA broadcast and noise canceling, so you don't have to hear that. It's okay, Penny. I've fed you 19 times today. Okay. And she's still the skinniest cat you've ever seen. Anyways. Cole said he heard one mini meow. So when I'm talking, it might have a hard time pulling her out of the mix. But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. She seems like she's doing okay. One mini meow. And at some point in time, I'm sure my other cat, Snacks, is going to be bugging me, but that's just part of the live stream. I don't know if you heard that one. It was loud. Okay. I want to jump into the radar. Let me just head over to here. We just sent out the notifications that we are live streaming. If you want to get those notifications, download our free app. It's called Instant Weather. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Here, I'll put that little banner up on the screen here. Give me 1 second. Download our app, instantweatherapp.com. It's free. I think our servers are being pushed to the test today because we had some folks talking about, like a spinning wheel, like a loading wheel. If that ever happens and you have multiple locations, just swipe to a different location and swipe back, and that should solve the spinning wheel issue. So far, the app seems to be working perfectly for me, so hopefully it's working perfectly for you. But I'm sure we're getting quite an influx of users. It held tight during, like some of those significant tornado situations we had last summer. So cross your fingers that all of the server instances we're running are hanging on. But yeah, so download it for free, instantweatherapp.com, or just go to the App Store, like the Apple App Store or Google Play, and just search Instant Weather, 2 words, not Insta Weather, but Instant Weather, and you can download it for free. And yeah, so let's take a little peek here at the animation of the radar. This is into the future. You can see the time above my head. And again, if you can't see that time and you're on your mobile device, and you're like, how come I can't? This is so small. Turn your phone to the side, and then you can see a lot better. But as you can see, blue means snow. And seems to be a lot of snow. Actually, the green areas are rain. So it looks like even this afternoon, Ottawa's still going to be seeing some rain, maybe some mixing, maybe some ice pellets, maybe some freezing rain as well could sneak in there. And then it's going to transition to basically only snow eventually. So we'll have to see how it happens. Let's see here. Catherine Hunt on TikTok says the office was closed, but he had to do something. Oh no. Yeah. Today's not the day to the office is closed. I'm just gonna swing by the office real fast. The driving conditions are brutal. There's lots of accidents out there. I would say it's probably a good idea not to travel for no reason. I mean, a huge kudos to our essential workers, of course. Paramedics and nurses and firefighters and doctors and these folks that they have to travel today. They have no choice. They have to travel to keep the rest of us safe. So firstly, huge applause for them, huge kudos to them. And for everybody else who doesn't actually have to travel today, if you don't actually have a significant reason that you need to travel today, if you're not on the roads, then it'll make things clearer for those who do have to travel. So let's try, if we can, if it's not essential travel, please stay home, hunker down today, and let those who do have to essentially travel, let them, have the roads to themselves, because they're going to be going slow. They're going to be taking their sweet time, which they should. There's no rushing around today. You got to take your time. Hopefully you have snow tires, and it's not the greatest situation. So Ella on TikTok says, what are the odds of power outages in Prescott, Rockville? There's a fairly high chance especially for areas that experience power outages often. I'm in here in Barrie, and we have our lines are actually buried. So there, even during like the ice storm, I think, was it 2015 or 2013? I forget which one. I think it was 2015, but or it might have been 2016. Anyways, during that ice storm, like our entire neighborhood was out, but somehow our street had power. So I'm crossing my fingers that we can hang on with power, so I continue to do the live stream today. But if you often have power go out because all the lines are up and there's a bunch of trees leaning over them, and as soon as one branch comes down, the power goes out in your area. If that's what often happens, then chances are power could go out today. And for other areas that normally don't see it as well, there's going to be a lot of stress on the grid. So we'll see what happens. Kim says the lines are buried in Barrie. How fitting. Yes, buried in Barrie. Okay, I'm going to jump into the comments here and see what you folks are saying. Jackie says, "Yup, 2013. Yeah, there was the ice storm 2013. I think it might have been. I remember now that my wife was pregnant, so I'm thinking of the 2015 Christmas. I think it was 2015 that Barrie got hit really hard. I know Toronto got hit really hard. I think in 2013, and maybe in 2015 as well too. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I think it was the 2015 ice storm that I'm thinking of. So that is your radar. There's not much to look at. It's just blue everywhere. Blue radar. Yes. So let's flip back over to, I'm just going to hit pause on that. And I'm going to flip over to actually, I want to take a look at some model data. So this is going to be interesting. Here is the current HRRR model data. A side note, if my audio cuts out a little bit, my apologies. I need a better CPU. I'm watching my CPU numbers and they're like, when I load this up, it's like hitting 100, which means probably my GPU is hanging on, but my CPU is getting a little stressed out. So I think it's about time for a CPU upgrade, but we'll work on that in time. These are the wind gusts. They're in miles per hour. They're ridiculous. So let me just scroll back here. This is the latest update from the HRR model. So it's already showing, if you see anywhere here in yellow, it's already showing, 60 over Lake Erie is actually over Port Erie. I think it was Port Erie, yeah. 67, like this is south of Niagara, 67 miles per hour. That is pretty nasty. You're talking about, I think at 50, I think we have to hit 50. Is it 56 miles per hour is 90 kilometers an hour. So anything above that, we're getting severe. If anybody wants to hit the Google and translate that, whatever 67 miles per hour is in gusts, or is in kilometers an hour, is going to be pretty ridiculous. But basically, anywhere you see that is yellow, we're getting into that severe threshold. So yeah, especially anywhere that you see on here that's not just yellow, but it kind of gets to that brown color. So let me show you as I fast forward here. That is current. So if I get to about, let's say 1 p.m., you can see the escarpment is really starting to kick it up here into the into 60 miles per hour. And again, that's, we're starting to get into 100 kilometers an hour, etc. And let me fast forward here all the way to, that was getting pretty nasty there. So this is 8 o'clock tonight. Ooh, it's getting pretty windy out here in Barrie already. Whoa, those trees are dancing. Okay, you can tell I'm in the basement because I'm looking up through that little window, and the trees are like, whoa. Oh, they're really moving now. Okay. Well, cross your fingers we keep the power. That would be nice. I have a small battery backup. I need a bigger one, but I have a tiny little battery backup. And if it 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers an hour, let me just, says Rob. Thank you, Rob, for the comment. Appreciate it. Rob says 62 miles per hour is 100 kilometers an hour. Yeah. So, once we're getting above 62, it's just, we're getting to a brutal situation. It's, yeah, this is not the greatest. So, as you can see, let me just show you into the evening. Things maybe start to slowly weaken Saturday morning, but Saturday's still going to have some really strong wind gusts as well too. And as I pull this back here, yeah, tonight is going to be by far the strongest. So this is, oh, by the way, this is on this is Pivotal Weather Models, pivotalweather.com, really great stuff. But obviously you need to know how to work models. There's many models on there as well too, but they do a fantastic job. And yeah, so you can see Niagara is getting pummeled with very strong winds, the whole escarpment, and much of our area, all the way into Cornwall and those areas, Brockville, is pretty darn nasty. 55,000 without power on Hydro One only right now. We're seeing some reports from Burlington. I'm going to pull up to if you are on Facebook, we do have a really cool group that we started last year, I think, something like that. It might have been 2 summers ago now. I think it was 2 summers ago. But anyways, we started a group, and a group is different from a page. A group is where anybody can post, and it's called Ontario Storm Reports. I'll pull up the link here for it as well too. So if you are on Facebook, go to facebook.com/groups/Ontario Storm Reports. Or if you're on the mobile device, you can just go to like the little search bar, the little search icon on Facebook, and you can type Ontario Storm Reports. And I think the group is up to 140 or 145,000 members now, which is fantastic. And thank you so much for all the support and all the activity, and everybody chipping in and letting everybody else know their reports. So often we would have reports just sent directly to us, which is great for us, but we can't always take that report and immediately share it with the community. It takes some time to curate it and put it together and send it out. Whereas because of Ontario Storm Reports, as soon as somebody has something happen, especially when it comes to tornado season, as soon as somebody sees a funnel cloud, boom, they can put that right on the page. Everybody can see it immediately. So it really takes out the friction of sending it to us, and then we have to post it, and there's minutes in between that. It's just better if you just post it on that group, and then everybody can see it. So there's a huge community on there. It's fantastic. But if you're not on Facebook, of course, you can send in your reports through our mobile app. There's a report weather button. I'm actually going to show you something cool that we've been working on. We're working on a much easier report weather bar. So I'll show you that in a little bit on our mobile app. If you don't have our mobile app, again, instantweatherapp.com, or just go to the app stores and search Instant Weather. It's free. Download it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And let us know, by the way, if you are using our app, please let us know in the comments if you like it. Let everybody else know what your experience has been with it, whether it's good or bad. We like it. We're happy with that. So some folks are asking about the image on the screen. Sorry, that's miles per hour. Not kilometers per hour. This particular website is American, and they have it as set at miles per hour. So we have to do the conversion here. But basically, yellow and brown and this particular color scheme is not great. It's going to be severe wind gusts, so it's going to be pretty nasty. But I do want to jump over to Ontario's storm report. So if you're not on Facebook, I can just show you it. So give me one sec. I'm going to flip back over to radar here while I get it ready. Excuse me. And I'm going to jump to Ontario Storm Reports, hit refresh so I make sure we have the latest. And let's go take a peek at what our wonderful community is sharing with us right now. So there we go. Perfect. Cool. Newest activity. So Amanda, this is Amanda S. This was 2 hours ago. Rain and Havelock. Don't forget to fill up your bathtub, she says. So yeah, the idea of filling up your bathtub is that if the power goes out, then you're still able to, you're still able to flush the toilet. Although, does the toilet use power? I don't think so. But yeah, anyways, the long story short is that I think it's if your water's not running anymore, you're still able to flush your toilet by scooping some out of the bathtub, dropping it in the toilet, and that would flush it. So I guess that's the idea. So it's good. It's good for those who get some significant power outages to fill up the bathtub. It's not a bad idea at all. Let's see here. St. Thomas 48 minutes ago. Let me just scroll down here. This is 42 minutes ago in Waterloo. Already starting to see lots of snow from Mandy White here. Let me just keep. Oh, there's Niagara South. That looks pretty nasty from Craig there. That doesn't look very nice at all. Let me just keep scrolling here. What is this? This 2 hours ago in Kawartha Lakes. The snow coming down. The snow this morning was quite nice and Barry was just falling straight. And it was like, when those winds kick in, it's gonna be pretty nasty. 2 minutes ago, Sue posted this. The wind is picking up in Wasaga Beach. Looking quite nice there. Let's see here. Things are starting to pick up here in Peterborough. Yeah, so you're getting that heavy snow, but when the winds really start to kick in, that's when you start to get those whiteout conditions with the blowing snow, especially if you're traveling in areas where there's like a farm field on both sides and you get the blowing snow across the road. It can be quite brutal. Whoa, this is east of Kincardine. Yeah, Kincardine is going to get hit quite hard. This is Tanya LR on Ontario Storm Reports, east of Kincardine, and that's what she's dealing with right now. That doesn't look very friendly. Kincardine's going to get some of the worst conditions for sure. Let me just keep scrolling here. Folks asking about different road closures. This is the kind of car report we like to see. When we look at the report and we can tell it's the passenger taking the photo, then we're happy. When we see when it's tilted the other way and we can clearly, and you can see the steering wheel and you can clearly tell that someone's like driving and trying to like, better send Ontario Storm Reports a report. Please pull over safely, or in this case, it doesn't look like there's a safe place to pull over. If your passenger could take the photo, we don't want you risking your safety just to be able to send us a report. So if you wait till you get to your destination and then send us even a text report as a comment under our pin post to say the conditions are brutal there. But yeah, this is what we love to see. The passengers taking the photo, we're happy. When we see photos that were clearly taken by the driver, we remove them because we don't want to promote that at all. That's the idea. Safety is like number one. So it's like, don't drive and take photos. That would be a fantastic idea. I think in some states it's actually legal to do that. So when I'm watching some of the storm chasers down in the States, they're like driving and like holding onto their phones. And then I look it up and it turns out in that particular state, it's legal. So I have a feeling those rules are going to change at some point in time, because I'm sure folks being on their phone and driving has led to many an accident. Where is this here? Penny Myers, wild wind and some snow in Chatham East. Chatham's actually getting snow. This is like the first time, and I think Chatham's history, they've ever had snow. That can't be right. That's definitely incorrect. But we have one of our members on the team is in Chatham, and she misses everything. Or two of our members on the team are in Chatham, and they both miss. They're always like, Chatham just misses everything. So this is Petawawa this morning, coming down hard. Lots of people stuck. Wow, lots of snow in Petawawa this morning. This is Trevor Mills here. Thank you for the report. Appreciate that. An hour ago. Whoa, even the tractor trailers are getting stuck. That's not great. Then this funny post by Amanda. I've seen this going around. I'm not sure who originally created it, but it's hilarious. Free snow shoveling class. Yeah, obviously a joke. It's like, we're holding a free snow shoveling class in my driveway. We'll teach you all the great techniques. Bring your own shovel. This is Ingersoll, which is near Woodstock, 12 minutes ago. Yes, and again, this is Ontario Storm Reports on Facebook. So if you are on there, join our group. Pretty please. Send in your reports as long as it's safely done. And I'm going to drink some caffeine. Okay, so let's see here. Scrolling, and that's and there's a nice horsey from Christine Taylor. Let's see here, and this was posted, but I don't know exactly when. These reels, sometimes they don't tell you when they were posted, which is, it looks like this was just posted, but it doesn't tell me when. Oh, there we go. If you're on your computer and you do the mouse over, then you get to see exactly when it's posted. So that was 11:30, so that's 30 minutes ago, and that's in Waldemar. I'm not sure how to. Close to Grand Valley. Okay, perfect. Thank you for that report. Appreciate it. This was 24 minutes ago in Cavan Monaghan. I learned so many places. I don't know how to pronounce anything, but I learned so many different places in Ontario. Thank you for the report. Appreciate that. And that was Rhonda. This is Oshawa an hour ago. Oshawa still green grass. There's like this crazy Oshawa Ajax bubble, which I think might get broken in this particular. You can see the snow is already starting to fall there. So I think finally they're going to get some snow, but they seem to be missing everything. This is Fergus from Tammy Murray 25 minutes ago. Not very nice. I'm sure the road conditions aren't great. And that the flash freeze, I mean, there was all that rain for a lot of us. And then the quick drop in temperatures is leading to, a layer of ice on the road. Then you cover that in snow. You don't see that the ice is underneath it. And then you go to travel through that. And that's, obviously why there's many accidents this morning. So, blizzard warning for Chatham now as well, too. There you go, Patricia and Lindsay. They're going to be shocked. Oh, it looks like Liam's going to be joining our stream in a little bit. That'll be cool. Get Liam on in here. We the last time we did a stream, we didn't play any music, which I'm sure for some might have been upsetting. For some, they might have been happy. We always get there's the two sides of it. It's like, why are you playing music on these weather streams? What is happening? And then the other side is like, please play music. So we get an interesting mix. So when we streamed on Thursday, we didn't play any music, but maybe today at some point in time, we'll play some tunes. And Liam is a professional fiddle player. He's brilliant. So at some point in time, we're gonna have him fiddle around. These are the jokes, people. These are the jokes. Blowing snow in Owen Sound. Owen Sound is going to get mangled by this storm. Owen Sound, 11:30. I used to live in Owen Sound when I was 2 years old. I remember nothing, but supposedly we lived there. So then we moved to Barrie when I was 3. I have no idea. Art is nice. Oh, I was there once. I went to some sort of park. Some sort of it's kind of like a tiny little, it's like almost like a Santa's Village thing. Some sort of Play Castle. Anyways, if anybody knows it, let us know what it's called. Dan DiBiasio, are you kidding me? Dan DiBiasio coming in with a super chat on YouTube. Many thanks to the Instant Weather team for keeping us updated and well informed. Hoping everyone has a great holiday despite the crazy storm. Thank you so much, Dan. Hope you're playing the drums, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. Always coming in with the super chat. Thank you so much. Jess says, love a free concert anytime. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate that. Yeah, so again, thanks so much, Dan. Appreciate it. Huge thanks to those who are sending in stars on Facebook, which is like a tip jar on Facebook. Those who are sending in diamonds on TikTok. I'm new to the diamond thing, but thanks for sending diamonds. Or I guess you send gifts and those give us diamonds. I don't know. The little diamond number keeps going up. So thank you so much to all those who are sending in gifts on TikTok as well. Those who are sending super chats on YouTube. There's so many platforms to keep track of here, but thank you to everyone. We sincerely appreciate all of your kind donations, and really helps things move along here. And a huge thank you to those who on our app who have gone to the menu, have gone to upgrade radar, and have subscribed to extend the future radar out to 5 hours and to remove ads from the app. So a huge thank you to those who have subscribed as well too. Makes a big difference. If it wasn't for the subscribers, the app would not exist because the little ad banner at the bottom does not cover the cost of the app. So huge thank you to those who have subscribed to the app as well too. We really appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Charmaine Fontaine. Cool name. Our neighbor's fence is destroyed. Thankfully, it didn't hit their house. Brantford, Ontario. Brantford is another one of those places where people are like, we're in the Brantford bubble. Like, nothing ever happens in Brantford. Not this time, I guess. And I hope everybody's staying safe from that one. But that was 58 minutes ago. This tree came down in Brantford. And it actually looks fairly healthy. Like, if you look at the color of the inside of it, sometimes these trees fall and they just look like they're completely hollowed out. And you're like, of course it fell. Like an 80-kilometer-an-hour wind gust knocked over this hollow tree that should have been taken down a long time ago. But this actually looks pretty healthy because it's kind of like got like that light wood color here. So yeah, that whole branch fell down in Brantford. So there must be some pretty darn strong winds there. I'm actually going to share that to our pages here. So many pages. Give me a second here. And in the meantime, I'll flip this back over to radar. 1 second here. And I'll hit play so you can see what's going to happen into the future. I think I need to update the radar, but I mean, I don't know what I'm updating here. It's just going to be blue. It's going to be a lot of blue. Oh, my CPU usage is hitting 99 and it's hitting 100. So cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, it hangs on. I should probably, my memory's at 43%. Okay. All right, 1 sec. Let me just share this to Instant Weather Ontario and share it to Ontario Storm Watch as well too. Our two Facebook pages. Give me just a moment because this is that's pretty intense damage photo. And side note, if you are actually in northern Ontario, so whether you're in northwestern Ontario or northeastern Ontario, tons of snow in both. We have a sister page on Twitter and on Facebook. It's called Instant Weather Northern Ontario. So Ontario Storm Watch and Instant Weather Ontario, we mainly post about southern Ontario. And there's a long story to that. Folks didn't want us to change our name because it would be like, it would mess up their bookmarks. And anyways, long story short, if you are in Northern Ontario, please join our sister page on Facebook or Twitter, Instant Weather Northern Ontario. And that's where we post Environment Canada alerts and occasionally forecast maps and that type of thing. And once in a while during a tornado situation, we'll live stream up in Northern Ontario as well too. So a huge thank you to those who track us down on our Northern Ontario page. Share this to Instant Weather Ontario. Give me just a moment here. Just looking through. Kate says, oh, geez, remember Ontario Tornado Watch / Ontario Blizzard Watch. That's right. In fact, if you are on Instagram, we're still called @Ontario Blizzard. We still have @Ontario Tornado, but the Blizzard one kind of took off more than the Tornado one, so we've kind of just focused on the at Ontario Blizzard. So we're on Instagram as well too. We're not live on Instagram right now. They have this like workaround that you can like live stream, but it's not really. It's kind of a gray area of the terms of service, so we don't want to do it because if you what's the term? Mess around and find out. I won't say the actual term, but give me just a moment here. I wonder if that's my cat. I will be right back. Let's see if this works. Oh, I did. Okay. All right. It's the right cat eating the food. I'm just going to make sure it's not the other cat because then she'll barf it everywhere. It's complicated. It's really not that complicated. What the heck was I doing? Oh, yes. I was going to share it. So I shared it to Instant Weather Ontario, and I'm going to share it to Ontario Stormwatch, and then we can get back to what we were doing. So thank you so much for that report, Charmaine. Appreciate it, and I hope everybody stayed safe. And obviously, the fence and the tree obviously didn't fend so well, and that was in Brantford, Ontario. So yeah, it looks like blizzard warnings replace winter storm warning for, like we said, for Chatham and surrounding areas. So that's something. This is not the greatest day to travel. So if you don't have to travel, please do not travel. Let the essential workers travel, let them have the road to themselves. If you don't have to travel, it's not like, ooh, I know it's the 23rd. So it's like, some people are like, well, got to shop for Christmas. Better get out there today. And today's not a great day to travel. So if you don't have to travel, please don't. It's going to be pretty nasty out there. And as we heard, there is quite a lot of car accidents as well too. Let me just keep scrolling here. I'll jump back over to our group, Ontario Storm Reports. This was 2 hours ago. Katie in Deep River showing quite a bit of snow that fell. Wow. Thank you, Katie, for that measurement. Appreciate it. This is our live stream. It's very meta. I see Liam posted it. Cool. Thank you, Liam. And he said he'll be coming up on the live stream pretty soon. Just scrolling through a few more posts, and this was a day ago. It was beautiful. Oh, the sunrise. What is it? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in the morning, or pink sky in the morning, sailor's warning. And that was the sunrise. Yeah, obviously, because we have this intense system coming through. So thank you so much for all these reports. I really appreciate it. I think we should probably let me actually make sure I have the latest and greatest radar. I want to show you something here, actually. If I go back to our app, so I just clicked the instant weather button at the very top of the app, and this happens sometimes, and it's still something we haven't completely dealt with. But if this ever happens to you, so if you go back to the homepage and you're like, how come this little sunshine icon just keeps spinning and loading, and is it ever going to stop? So what you can do, actually, if you have at least two locations on the app, you can swipe over to a different one, and then you can swipe back. And voila, that fixes it. So I think maybe pull to refresh can also fix it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might. But here's my forecast for Barrie, already getting 50-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts, 49. We're getting 6.7 centimeters today, 5.8 tomorrow, and 10 centimeters on Sunday, and 3.9 centimeters on Monday. So overall, I'm going to be shoveling. That's what's going to happen there. You can click the little alert bar at the very top. You can see our winter storm update. You can see that we are live streaming. You can toggle between those as well too. And let me just go back to the winter storm warning. And if you touch on any of these blue bars as well too, it'll open up the forecast and you have a lot more details as well. So So again, if you have not downloaded our app yet, it's free. It's called Instant Weather. You can get it at the App Store or Google Play Store. Just search Instant Weather or go to instantweatherapp.com and you'll be able to download it. So, and again, please let us know in the comments if you are using the app and what you think of it. Let us know if you hate it. Let us know if you like it. We like feedback, so thank you for all of that. I'm going to switch over to. I'm going to jump over back to the group just for 1 second while I make sure we have the latest radar data up. And make sure it's nice so I'm not flailing it around while you're watching. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to jump back to the app. This is the current radar, and this is the upgraded radar that has 5 hours of future radar. So if I hit play, you can see it's going to get blue. And if you haven't figured it out yet, we probably should put a legend on the app. I don't know why we've never. It's like it keeps getting pushed down the to-do list. It's like make a legend for the precipitation on the radar, and then like something else important gets put on top of it, and it's just been pushed all the way down the to-do list. So blue means snow, green means rain, and purple means freezing rain. Pink means ice pellets, and then yellow and orange is like heavy duty rain. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, there's not much to look at. It's gonna be blue. I don't know how to play that song. Blue, I believe. The chorus of that song is great, but the verse is brutal. The verse is brutal. Okay. Can we see the wind map, says Tom. Shelby says, how many screens today? I think I'm one less than normal. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 today. I don't have that other monitor up, and I don't have my other iPad up because I'm not tracking. If I'm tracking radar, looking for like rotation for tornado risk and stuff, then I need a few more tools. But there's not much radar tracking I'm doing right now. It's just blue everywhere. You can actually see the snow squall starting to develop on the future radar. If you look way up here, if you look over by Owen Sound, you see this like the dark line coming in is actually anticipating the strengthening snow squall that is going to be developing. Interesting. So the squalls are already starting. The squall machine is already starting to kick up, even with these high winds, which is quite impressive, actually. So interesting. That's interesting how that goes. Okay. So let me just scroll down here. TikTok. I can't read the entire name, but thank you says I use the app and I love it. More better and accurate than my Android's built-in weather or Alexa. Oh, interesting. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Cheryl says, I've seen reports that Highway 8, Goderich to Mitchell, and Highway 4 from Clinton to Exeter are closed. Thank you for that update, Cheryl. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm sure we should probably pull up the 511 map and see all the roads that are closed. I'm sure there's quite a few. See here, Seth says, with the winds already gusting at or above 100 kilometers per hour along the Lake Erie shoreline, do you believe that the system will overachieve with the wind? It's hard to say. Some of them, everything looked really, really strong. And then last night, Brennan was mentioning that some of the models actually looked a little bit weaker with the winds, although obviously weaker is a bit of a subjective term there. Considering that we're already exceeding 100 kilometers an hour. So it still looks pretty strong. Like we just saw what we were looking at in the HRR model, which is the latest rapidly updated US model, 3-kilometer resolution, and it's looking quite strong in excess of 60 miles per hour, which we're getting into the, like you say, 100 kilometers an hour or above. It's hard to say. Todd says, such a pretty blue. Kind of nice. Angela says, it's nasty in Cambridge, windy, cold whiteouts. Thank you very much for that report. Sandy says, I love your app. I follow it daily. It's the only app I trust. Thank you so much, Sandy. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Why do I have something blocking my... This is so annoying. I have something blocking all the comments, but I can't read them. I have to scroll up. Maybe that will help. Lurk a lot on YouTube says ships are going to anchor and sheltering off Prince Edward County and Picton. Yeah, you do not want to be on the water right now. That would be the way. Some of the wave data we've seen from different weather personalities posting about the waves, the estimated waves. I think I saw something like 20 to 24 feet Those are huge waves. 24-foot waves are ridiculous. So Windows 2K says at least your PC will keep you warm in that basement. Oh yeah, it's like the main heat source down here. It's cooking down there for sure. For sure. And I'm overclocking it and liquid cooling it. So yeah, maybe I should turn the liquid cooling off so I can get some more warmth. Consider getting yourself a 16-core CPU to run all your stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was thinking like I might even go the new i5 13600K. That seems like a good chip. It still has a lot of cores. Let's see here. Joel says, any live cams up? Airport, Lake Erie. Oh, there's tons. I should probably pull some of those up as well too. Thank you for mentioning that. There's definitely tons of cameras we can pull up. Let me just scroll down to the new comments. Hey, is that Dr. David Sills? He says, this is Dr. David Sills, formerly of Environment Canada, and now he leads the Northern Tornadoes Project and the Northern Hail Project out of Western University as well with Dr. Greg Kopp. And who are we? We are actually official partners of the NTP and the NHP, and they do fantastic work verifying tornadoes and hail across the country. And basically, actually, you send us your reports, we send them off to the NTP, and they use those reports to follow up quickly. I'm sure many of you have noticed, especially with the derecho last year, and with all the tornado events. Instead of them coming out 2-3 days later after the tornado happens and after everything's cleaned up, the team at the NTP is incredible. They're out there with drones. They're out there immediately checking out the damage, and so it's a very, very important program that they have there. And this is Dr. David Sills here. He says, glad I'm in LaSalle and not London right now. Really windy, but just light snow. So not too bad here. Haven't ventured out on the roads, but Pure Later guy says they are terrible. So the Pure Later guys are still out. My goodness, a huge thank you to those who are delivering all the gifts that we have to give. Hopefully the Pure Later trucks have really good tires, but the Pure Later guy says the roads are terrible. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Debbie says, LOL at Pure Later guy on Dr. Sills' message. My son works for Pure Later in Peterborough. Yeah, I'm sure it's not the greatest. There's Tyler Brown. Hey Tyler, how are you doing? Good to hear from you. How's it going? I'm doing all right. I just need to keep drinking caffeine. This is actually tea. I normally drink coffee, but I'm starting the day with tea. It's already pretty intense. I'll definitely go upstairs and get a coffee later. I'm going Tetley Orange Pico to start the day. That's right. Some people are going to get mad because they're like, coffee only, no tea. I'm like, I don't know. They both have caffeine. Like, I'm happy. E-Dob says, this is the type of weather to enjoy the nice warm heat generated off my vacuum tube hi-fi gear. Oh, okay. I see. He's got hi-fi audio equipment, and it's got vacuum tubes in it, and those generate heat. Yeah, my Mesa Boogie guitar amplifier over here has 9 power tubes. Oh, no, sorry, 4 power tubes and 5 preamp tubes, and yeah, it generates a lot of heat. So that works. That's a good idea. Whiteout and Port Hope, says Becca. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's all right. Mary says, hydro lines down in Coburg, trees on them, and a down transformer. Careful driving, or please just stay home if you can. Thank you, Mary. Hopefully the folks get some power back at some point in time. Kathy says, how long will this last? Tomorrow all good? No, tomorrow is not great. Tomorrow is going to also be not great. This is a kind of the main core of this is a 2-day event. It's a Friday, Saturday situation. But then if you are around Midland or Muskoka or Owen Sound or areas kind of east of Lake Huron, the northern side of Lake Huron, and east of Georgian Bay, you're going to get hammered with snow squalls into Sunday. So Sunday's not going to be great either for some areas, but for some areas, you might get missed, especially to the south, like the GTA, I would think, and parts of Eastern Ontario and parts of deep Southwestern Ontario, Sunday might be the better day for sure. But yeah, areas that are like I said, like Owen Sound and Huntsville, Bracebridge, you're getting rocked on Sunday. I mean, you're getting rocked for 3 days straight. That's why some of the totals are ridiculous. Oh, I forgot to show you. I did want to show you. We're looking at the models. I wanted to show you the snowfall, estimated snowfall totals from that same model that we were looking at from the HRR model. Let me go jump over and take a peek at that. This is ridiculous. So, okay, this is now. This is Sunday morning. So Sunday morning, I don't know if you see this bright yellow part here. If you can see that 59 inches, I don't even have that on my chart. So I've got this chart that I've taped to the wall a long time ago that tells me that 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters, that 48 inches is 121.9 centimeters. Does anybody know what 59 inches is in centimeters? Anybody? I know this is from the model, so models aren't perfect. Times 2.54, says Tamo. Basically, if you live east of Bracebridge, if you live in Halliburton, I wonder where Minden is here. Minden's probably in here. 59 inches on a model is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 60 inches is 150 centimeters. Daniel says 149. 140. Ask Siri. She knows. That's right. You know what? That's such a good point. From now on, I'm asking Siri. That's it. Oh, I have it on the watch too. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, so 59 inches. I mean, let's hope that model's wrong. And then we go over here between Owen Sound and Collingwood. We've got a 44 inch. We've got 37 inches here. So this is why this area is the highest in our snowfall totals, and this area here. These two areas are going to get hammered, as well as right here in the kind of south of Niagara Falls, right down there. Yeah, it's not nice. So this is the Kuchera. I think I'm pronouncing that right. There's two ways that these models work. One, they just take, how much liquid is there going to be, and for snow they times by 10. It's a 1 to 10. It's a 1 to 10 snow ratio. But this is Kuchera, which uses a variable snow ratio depending on the conditions brought in by the storm. So using the variable ratio, which usually puts a little bit of a higher total, and sometimes overestimating. I don't know if we're going to see a 150 centimeter report east of Bracebridge. Brennan's up there right now. He's in Bracebridge, so we'll find out. I'm sure he's gonna get hammered with some pretty intense snow. So yeah, we'll have to see what he ends up getting, and maybe he can take a little trip to the east and see if this area verified. But and then you come down here to Toronto, and it's like 3 inches, 4 inches, no biggie. I mean, that's still a big deal for Toronto, but that's over. This is all the way till Sunday morning, right? So this is not all going to fall at once. But yeah, potentially in the GTA, you might have 2 to 6 inches. A lot of folks in GTA are going to go, where's all this snow you were talking about? And just to clarify, since like day one, we have not talked about a lot of snow in Toronto because the models have been very consistent with like the Hamilton corridor all the way. Let's go back to our forecast map so we can see. You can see we have this big break where Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, Hamilton. If you're in baby blue, you're talking like 5 to 15 centimeters, maybe at the maximum. When we say locally, we mean like certain driveways might have 20 centimeters, but most folks are going to be within the 5 to 15 centimeter range. So, but if we go back to this forecast, to this model, I mean, it is ridiculously strong. Kim on TikTok says 149.86 centimeters. I asked Google, haha. Thank you, Catherine, for sending in the candy can. Appreciate that. Thank you to all those sending in gifts on TikTok. Sincerely appreciate it. Thanks again to those sending in super chats on YouTube and stars on Facebook and all of that stuff. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. But yeah, if you live east of Bracebridge, that's going to suck. And sorry to those in Buffalo again who are going to be getting. I mean, this is talking about 60 inches for Buffalo. That's not great either. So there's that. Eek. Again, if you are watching on TikTok or if you're watching on your mobile device and you're like, how come he's only filling up a little bit of the screen? Turn it to the side and I will fill up much more of the screen and you'll be able to see a lot more of what's on the screen. So if you're watching on mobile, please turn it to the side. Okay, so let me just... Yeah, so that was the snow. I'm going to jump back over to that wind model here. So this is the wind again. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Before I dive into the wind, I'll just do this. Wind is going to be nasty. Again, this is in miles per hour. So you have to do the conversion, but 65 miles per hour. Here, I'm going to ask Siri, you ready? What is 67 miles per hour in kilometers per hour? 107. So up on the escarpment, 107 kilometer an hour wind gusts are possible, and this is tonight. So Friday night, tonight, today being Friday, the winds are going to get ridiculously strong. So there's that. Jules on TikTok says, what about Kingston? Yeah, Kingston's going to get hammered pretty good. It's pretty simple. What about my area? And the answer is yes, you will be affected by the storm. Snowfall-wise, it might be different. Wind gust-wise, it might be different. But this is a huge storm, and it's going to basically touch everybody in some ways. Atlanta, meteorologist Atlanta Campbell on our team is talking about there's just a report of 100 vehicles. Horrible driving conditions in southwestern Ontario this morning has caused a road closure, and we're hearing 100 vehicles. That's not great. That's not great. Give me 1 second here. I will just pull this up if I can. I'm just going to flip back over to the radar while I pull this up. Give me just a moment. Who was this on? Who tweeted this? This was Rob Swartz on who tweeted. Okay. Ouch. So an interview with the OPP on CTV News, they said 100 vehicles were involved in this collision. That is not good at all. Let me just pull this up here really quick. Should be able to pull it up right here. There we go. That doesn't look as good. Let's try this. There we go. So this is Rob Swartz, and he's showing off the OPP tweet. He is just to give you a context. He's at RS. Oh, here we go. At RS WARTZ 2013. And horrible driving conditions southwestern Ontario this morning has caused this road closure for OPP on CTV News Channel. This is a multi-vehicle pileup with over 100 vehicles involved. Travel is discouraged. Discouraged is a good term. And that was an hour ago that OPP mentioned this. So this was Highway 402 between Colonel Talbot Road, Highway 401, closed in both directions following multiple collisions. Eek. That is not good. I hope everybody's safe. That is brutal. You definitely don't want to be involved in that. Cole on our team just told us 104 kilometer an hour gust reported in Cobourg and 106 kilometer an hour gust in Prince Edward County. That's not great. That is not great. Let's go back to the radar. Not that there's anything to watch. It's just blue. Radar and future radar. Lots of blue. So there's that. Oh, Colonel Talbot. Oh, it's Colonel. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. Colonel is pronounced Colonel, not Colonel. Colonel. Okay. Whoa. Windy in Port Bruce. My house is shaking. That's not good. Amazing person 3409, our favorite person on YouTube, says her is showing extreme snowfall totals for Fort Erie. Yeah, Fort Erie is definitely going to get walloped. Jeremy says hello, Adam. Hello, Jeremy. Alpaca Empress says, how much snow will St. Catharines get? That's a good question. If that squall just stays around Buffalo, then maybe not as much. But if it shifts to the north at all, there's a pretty wide range of what you could get. If I go back to Brennan's forecast map here, we always recommend this, and I'm going to go through it really quick here, but it's good to compare the forecast on our app, on our free app, Instant Weather, to the forecast that we put out when we do our, when Brennan does these beautiful maps. It's good to compare them because we use different techniques for each. Sometimes the app is a little bit on the underestimated side of the snowfall totals. And with the forecast maps, we put the full range. So a lot of people just look at the highest numbers. So if they see 15 to 30 centimeters, they go, oh, wow, we're going to have 30 centimeters. It's like, hold on a second. There's a reason that there's a range. Don't just lock on to the top number. I mean, probably we're thinking it's somewhere between 15 and 30, somewhere in the middle. So 30 would be on the much, much high end. 15 would be on kind of the more conservative low end. And then it's probably somewhere in the middle there that your actual snowfall happens. But yeah, a lot of people lock onto the highest number and say, that's what it is. And then when they don't get exactly the highest number, they say, this was wrong. It's like, no. We're talking about probability here. We're talking about a range of possibilities. So anyways, long story short, it's good to compare the forecast map to the app because as well, the forecast map is more of a generalized, sorry, I'm just listening to the team in my ear for a second. Teresa, can you type that in the Canada weather chat so I can hear what you said there? But yeah, so the forecast maps are more of a generalized area, whereas the app, you can put in your exact location, and then you can get a really pinpoint forecast for it as well too. So it's good to compare the app forecast to the forecast maps, and then you get a kind of a range of possibilities of what is possible. So Alpaca Empress on YouTube says, how much snow will St. Catharines get? So we'll use St. Catharines as an example here. So let's do that. Let's go back to the forecast map, wherever it went. Come back, forecast map. There we go. Okay. So for St. Catharines on our forecast map here, we have the 1 second here. We've got the possibility of, where is the totals there? In pinkish purple, 25 to 50 centimeters. So yeah, so the range, and this is from Friday, so today until Sunday night. And over that entire span, it's possible for 25 to 50 centimeters. The reason that's quite a big gradient or quite a big variable there is because, again, if the snow squall shifts a little bit further to the north, that is going to be hammering Fort Erie. If it shifts north, it could really hit Niagara Falls hard. And if it goes a little bit further, it could really hit St. Catharines hard. So that red that you're looking at that is over right there, if that shifts a little bit to the north, we'll see. I mean, that 40 to 80 centimeters, that's for Welland, Port Colborne, and Niagara Falls-ish, a little bit to the south of Niagara Falls. Again, that's part of that squall. If that squall shifts or I should do it this way, if it's just a little bit higher, then St. Catharines might be affected from that particular one. So Catherine Hunt says, what I'm concerned about, that slight shift. Yeah, it's possible. It's not entirely out of the question. And thank you for the candy cane gifts. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. And that's on TikTok. And TikTok has such delicious gifts. It's like on Facebook, it's like stars. Stars are cool. On YouTube, it's like super chats. Super chats are cool. On TikTok, it's like, here's some candy canes. I'm like, oh, that's delicious. All right. So that is on the forecast map. Give me 1 second here, and I'm going to pull up our app for St. Catharines. So I'm going to show you exactly how I would do this. So let me jump back down. So let's remember. So on our forecast map, we've got 25 to 50 centimeters from Friday to Sunday night. So let's go take a look at the app and see what possible range it has. There we go. So here's our app. So if you see the little magnifying glass at the very top right of our app, you press that, and then you can search locations. In this case, I'm going to say St. Catharines. I have to remember it's Cathar, not Catherine. Okay, and I'll hit yes. There we go. Okay, current condition, blizzard. Let us know if that's accurate. Alpaca Empress, appreciate that. So currently blizzard condition, which is intense. let's take a look at the winds. Right now, 67 kilometers an hour in St. Catharines, gusting to 67, and probably getting even higher. Oh, Catherine here says I'm currently in the north end of St. Catharines as well too. Oh, okay, all right. So we're covering Catherine's forecast and Alpaca Empress at the same time. Okay, so we're just taking a look. So that's how we would search on the app for the location. You can actually put in your postal code if you really want to get really detailed. And the reason that is good is because we have some forecast data that goes right down to the kilometer. So if you just put in like the town, this is basically putting you at City Hall. It's putting you in the center of town. But if you live at the south side of a town or the north side of a town, it's probably good to put in your postal code and get the exact pinpoint, or turn on your location services and it'll just pinpoint where you are, and it'll give you the most accurate forecast possible. So let's scroll up and see what we're dealing with here. So today it says 12 centimeters. Now this is not including what has already fallen. So I'm not sure exactly, Catherine, you can clarify what is happening, but I'm not sure exactly what has already fallen for St. Catharines. We're just using St. Catharines as an example. I'm not going to go through every single town like this. I just want to show how to compare. So remember, our forecast map for St. Catharines said 25 to 50 centimeters from Friday to Sunday. So on our app, we've got 12, and then we've got 0.4 on Saturday, and then we've got 2 on Monday. So what is that into? 12 and 0.4. So it's like 13 centimeters. Now, mind you, that depends on what has actually. Catherine says not much has fallen already. So quite a difference here. So the app is saying 12, 13 centimeters for St. Catharines, and then our forecast map is saying 25 to 50. Now, the variable with the forecast map that the app isn't taking into account is that we think it's possible that the snow squall that's going to be hammering Fort Erie could shift to the north. And if it does, that's when you get a much bigger potential range for St. Catharines. But in this particular case, this tells you this is even a wider range of what's possible. 13 centimeters ish, or potentially 25 to 50, depending on where that squall sits. If the squall stays south of St. Catharines probably going to get something like 12, 15, maybe 20 centimeters ish. But if that squall shifts to the north, then it's going to be drastically higher. So we'll see. Anyways, so we'll have to see how that does play out. But that is a good way to compare. That's why it's good to compare the app forecast to our forecast maps, so you can see the range of possibilities with these, especially for specific regions, right? As opposed to these kind of broad areas. It's nice to really pin it down to specific regions. So hopefully that helps you understand the difference between the forecast maps and the app forecast as well. So I'm just going to flip back here to the snowfall map for the majority of the area. And as you can see, pretty intense stuff. So for deep southwestern Ontario, maybe 15 centimeters, maybe more. For Kincardine, Owen Sound, Hanover, Goderich areas, it's going to be some really high values. But one thing to take into consideration as well, too, is areas that are right along the shore line, sometimes they get less, as I'm sure folks there know. If you're right on the water, it's possible that the heaviest part of the snow squall, the heaviest parts of the snow squall are further inland. So if you're right along the shoreline, those numbers might be less. But if you're in those areas and you're off the shoreline, then you could be dealing with quite a total. And the blizzard conditions are going to be brutal, especially Brandon's got that highlighted in that kind of like orange area with the dots. Normally that's in the summertime, the area with the dots is where we put our, like where the tornado risk is. But in this particular case, he's putting where the blizzard risk is. So along the shorelines, I'm surprised Brenna didn't put it for Prince Edward County up to Kingston. I could see it being pretty intense there as well too. But perhaps he missed that. Should have had that. I'm not sure. Brennan, I see you're in our chat. Can you confirm that? Did you mean to highlight Prince Edward County in the blizzard conditions? Or were you thinking that maybe the winds are going to get pretty intense there, aren't they? And you got them in the 40 to 80 centimeter range. So I'm pretty sure they would be in the blizzard risk. But anyways, so that is the forecast map for the snowfall totals. I'm going to jump back to the current radar. Let me just pull that up here. Give me just one moment. And so hopefully that answers your question, Alpaca Empress, and as well, Catherine Hunt. Thank you so much. Hopefully that covers it a bit better. 1 second here. Let me just scroll up here. I did see a super chat. Thank you so much to whoever sent it in. I can't see stars on Facebook, unfortunately. Oh, I did see Crystal Roberts sent in a super chat. Thank you so much, Crystal. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Let's see here. Keep scrolling down because I think I saw another super chat that I missed. Oh, I saw one from Risa. I really appreciate all that you and your team does for us, watching weather information, and everything. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you kindly. Again, thank you to all those who are sending in stars on Facebook and tasty treats on the TikTok here. This is our first time live streaming with all our weather data on TikTok, so that's pretty cool. I did like a live stream where it like held the phone. If you are on TikTok, track us down at Ontario Weather. You can find us on the Tickety Talks there. Yeah, so appreciate the community there as well too. That is slowly growing, but it's doing good. Jennifer says, can anyone tell me the road report for Saugeen? I'm sure it's not great, and the conditions are going to get even worse. Yeah, I'm sure it's not great. Interesting comment here. If we can't get specific info regarding what time things will deteriorate, then we need to go to work and drive. If we got that information, then we could close and stay home. So just to clarify, yeah, we've been pretty clear on when the conditions were going to be brutal. I'm not sure exactly where you're located, but you might want to double check our app. If you go to instantweatherapp.com, instantweatherapp.com, you can download our app, and then you can check the hourly product to see when the conditions for your area are going to be not the greatest. But based on the current radar, which I'm about to hit play on, the conditions are not really great anywhere right now. So let's jump to the radar. This is the radar. Let me zoom out here, actually. I'll zoom out and try to get a wider view of what's possible. Give it a sec here. There we go. It's snowing most places, and it's going to continue to snow most places. With these significant winds as well, too, it's going to be not great. So conditions are not great, and they're only going to deteriorate, especially as the winds strengthen. Kyle says, been using the app for work for a couple of years. I would highly recommend it for anyone working around the weather. Thank you so much, Kyle. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Lori says, following you on TikTok. Thank you very much. Again, I'll make a little banner for it. Why not? Make all these other fancy banners. I'll make a banner for TikTok here. Create banner. This is nice. Okay. 1 second here. Find us on TikTok. At Ontario Weather. There we go. All right. See if I can add that here. There we go. Find us on TikTok at Ontario Weather. So yeah, if you are on TikTok, please follow us there. If you're not, it's all good. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on LinkedIn. Did I miss any of them? Did I miss something? I probably did. We try to be as many places as possible. Our goal, since we've actually been almost doing this for 10 years now, in April 18th of next year will be our 10-year anniversary of doing this. So for the past decade, our goal has been to raise awareness about tornadoes and severe weather. And without this wonderful community, none of that would have been possible. So thank you so much to all those who have been with us, whether you've been with us for a day or whether you've been with us for 10 years. Thank you so much for being a part of our community, helping us raise awareness about severe weather, getting the word out when it comes to these dangerous storms. And we hope everybody's staying safe out there right now. I'm going to drink this giant Yeti of water. That's fantastic. Okay. And again, download our free app. You can go to instantweatherapp.com to download our free app. It's free. Check it out. Thank you to all those who are using it. Appreciate it. Back to the comments. Justine says, please remember to bring your pets inside. They get just as cold as we do. Unless they're like really furry, then they might get a little bit less cold than we are. But Lynn says, get the app. It's amazing. But yeah, definitely bring the pets inside. I mean, we even have we've got little Dachshunds. We have like little winter coats for them. They're cute. But yeah, they love being outside too. But it's good to bring them in for sure. It's good to bring them in. Keep them warm. Amber says, any reports on the squall heading north on Lake Ontario, specifically the shoreline south for Peterborough? Yeah, so I think there's probably going to be a squall into Prince Edward County based on that really sharp snowfall gradient there, and maybe into Kingston areas. Those areas usually, like, if I've ever been a few times I've driven to Ottawa, and folks there, everybody I talk to is like, oh yeah, once you go, like, you're on the 401, you're going south, and then you go to like past Kingston, there's always a snow squall there. So yeah, off of the edge of Lake Ontario, you can get those snow squalls, and it's possible that some of that will it's possible, Peterborough could see some interesting totals. But yeah, but long story short, it's going to be not great in so many different areas. Robert says, how bad is Mount Forest going to get hit? It's not looking good. If you're in Mount Forest, it's going to be some pretty brutal conditions for sure. For sure. Cheyenne says, weather report for Bancroft. That's a good question. If you're there, let us know what you're experiencing. Double check on our app how much you're going to get snowfall wise. And I'm sure most areas, including Bancroft, are not going to be the greatest, and the winds are going to get pretty darn gusty there as well too. So yeah, not to be too vague, but it's not going to be very nice. Let's see here. Dustin says it's blowing like crazy and just got so cold near Sauble Beach, like dropped like 10 degrees. Yeah, that cold front is sharp. Coolio says, is the app available to download in the App Store? Yeah. It's only available in Canada right now. So if you can't find it, maybe you have an American account. But yeah, the app is available. So if you go to the App Store, the Apple App Store, and you type instant weather, 2 words, look for our IW icon. It's like white and blue, and download it for free. If there's another app, I think, on the App Store called Insta Weather, which is not us, and I think it's like $3 or something. I have a feeling more than a few folks have by accident bought that app thinking it was ours. So if that happened, our apologies. Try to make it very clear that we're instant weather, not Insta weather. The full word, instant. Scrolling. So many questions. Give me just a moment. Just finished shoveling in southwestern Ontario, and in places you can't tell I shoveled. Jonathan says, minus 17 feels like minus 31. Holy. Yeah. The wind chills are going to be ridiculous. Amazing person 3409. The sustained winds and gusts have recently increased here in the west end of Kitchener. We are now getting full-on blizzard conditions. Drifts up to a few feet are already occurring. Whoa. That's not great. All good, Liam. Thanks, bud. Trying to scroll down here. Good question. CMDR Brantford, Commander Brantford says, how do meteorologists measure how much snow has fallen with all these winds? Must be hard to get an accurate measurement. Yeah, I think the idea is wait until it calms down and then measure it. If you're trying to measure it while in the middle of blizzard conditions, that's going to be tricky. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe wait and see. Lisa says, from what I'm seeing, Windsor is almost done. if I'm understanding that correctly. The system is kind of hanging out a bit, but yeah, some of the snowfall might eventually be done for the Windsor area. But then the winds are going to be pretty intense as well after that. So, but yeah, that's our future radar. Let me double check here. I just want to check for Windsor in 1 second. I'll see. I think the snowfall at some point in time is going to taper off. I'll just pull that up. I'm literally checking it on our app here. Give me 1 sec. Windsor. I think I have Windsor already saved. But okay. So it's going to be cloudy and windy after 4 p.m. And then it's going to be a bit of snow at 1 a.m. on Saturday. And then snow kind of starts up again at 4 a.m. on Saturday. And it continues until like snow flurries, snow showers, all the way until 11 p.m. on Saturday. So there's going to be a break, and then there's going to be more. That's pretty much what it says. Hopefully that answered your question. Thank you very much. Wendy says from Fort Erie, not so much volume, but visibility is 0. Yeah, the winds are going so fast. I don't even think it can stay on the ground. The snow is just going sideways. That's what it sounds like. So, thank you, Wendy. It's going to be pretty nasty there. Fort Erie is going to be quite nasty for sure. Let's see here. Bonnie says Highway 4 is now closed from Clinton to Teeswater, as well as Highway 21 from Goddard to Amberley. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Samantha says, by the look of it, Rudolph is going to be busy Christmas Eve. His nose is going to be glowing bright. Bright, bright, bright. I'm seeing some random spam. Robert Dunlop has asked about Mount Forest quite a few times now. I think I mentioned it. Mount Forest is going to get hit pretty hard. It's not going to be great. Diane says, thanks, Adam. Merry Christmas from Welland, Ontario. Very welcome. Eileen says, thanks for being on YouTube. You're welcome. Occasional whiteout conditions in St. Catharines, Niagara. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Thank you. Tyler says over 65,000 people without power per Hydro 1. And that's only Hydro 1, so it doesn't take into account, I think, Toronto Hydro. There's quite a few that it doesn't take into account, some of the major cities. Give me 1 sec. Scrolling down. Dan says, I'm in Fort Erie. We're used to this. Lisa says, what's the name of the Facebook group with user photos and updates? Thanks. It's called Ontario Storm Reports. So you can just search Ontario Storm Reports, or you can type in facebook.com/groups/Ontario Storm Reports. And that's where, I mean, the community is pretty amazing there. I think we're approaching 150,000 community members if we haven't already reached it. But yeah, if you're on Facebook, definitely track that down and try it out. Again, if you are on TikTok, we're on TikTok for one of the first times ever. If you are on mobile devices at all, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, wherever you are, if you're watching this stream like this, please turn your phone sideways. If you have your rotation lock on, turn that off and then turn your phone sideways. This stream is much better if it fills your whole screen. If it's just one little like slice of your screen, then it's not great. Hard to see anything. Oh, Kathy says, my daughter is an RN, registered nurse, working night shift tonight. She drives from Aurelia to Barrie. How bad is it expected to get? Highway 11 from Aurelia to Barrie is not going to be great. So I used to work I teach music lessons in Oro, and there was a few nights where the roads were brutal. And so I would say, like, do I want to go down Highway 11, or maybe I should take like some of the side roads? And then the side roads would be like completely unplowed. There's like a foot and a half of snow. There's like not much lighting, so it was like really dark, a lot of snow, white out. And I'm like, and those are the times I'm like, I should have taken 11. It was probably plowed. So that's a tricky situation. So I know it well. I know that drive well. Yeah. But first off, huge thank you to your daughter for being an essential worker, a nurse working the night shift at RVH, I assume. Yeah, my 6-year-old son had really bad RSV earlier. We were at RVH for 4 days in the pediatric ward. It was intense. So thankfully he's doing well. We're all good now. But the the incredible care we had from the RVH was amazing. So kudos to all those who are at the RVH. But yeah, the conditions are not going to be great. The winds are going to get really strong tonight, so the whiteout conditions are going to be brutal. But I'm just hoping everybody who doesn't actually have to travel will stay off the roads. No Christmas shopping tonight. No going out for any reason other than you're an essential worker, like an RN who has to get to the RVH. If you are an essential worker, then you should have the roads to yourself. Everybody else who is non-essential should be staying at home, I would think. So pretty pleased. Yeah. So hopefully she makes it safe. I do hope so. And so Nella says, I'm glad your son is better. Thank you very much. Me too. What does it mean on the map? It shows black on top of the purple, red, and blue. I don't understand what the black marks mean. Purple, red, and blue. Maybe, Lisa, do you mean like the dotted area? I'll go back to our forecast map for the snow. Oh, I think it might just be, if you're talking about the little dots, that means blizzard conditions. And if you're talking about the kind of the black outline, that's just like a shadow. It's just like to make it pop a little bit more 3D. Yeah, I think that's basically what we're talking about. But let us know if that's what you meant. But yeah, the dotted areas is blizzard conditions, and the thick black line is just a drop shadow. It's just to make it pop. Serena says, this blizzard with how bad the wind is going to send me to space when I have to walk to work. Don't hold on to an umbrella. You'll go flying like Mary Poppins. Jarrett says, Windsor, Ontario tonight. Yeah, the snowfall is going to taper off. We were looking at it earlier. The snowfall for Windsor is going to taper off, but then it's going to start up again tomorrow. Excuse me. But it's going to be super windy. Super windy for sure. Let me jump back to the radar here. There we go. Anita says, I'm in Waterloo. Thank you very much. Cindy says, around Timmins and Sudbury, what are you looking at? Quite a bit of snowfall, I believe. I would double check on our app just to make sure. But quite a bit of snowfall is expected for northeastern Ontario and parts of northwestern Ontario as well. I've already seen quite a bit as well. Yeah, definitely double check on our app. Catherine says, friend made excellent decision, left Sudbury for Sarnia after work yesterday instead of today. Roads were awesome yesterday all the way through. Much different today. Stay safe and off roads. Catherine, that is a great story. I'm so happy folks were traveling yesterday as opposed to today. Today is not the day to travel. Tomorrow is also going to be fairly disgusting for some travel conditions. And Sunday is going to be brutal if you're in the snow squalls that are going to be east of Georgian Bay and east of Lake Huron. That's also going to be not great. So, yeah. Kathy says, thank you, Adam. Happy to hear your son is healing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Jackal says, it's so cold the dog is wearing the cat. Melissa says, I just finished nursing in community, got home in time as now whiteouts started snowing a ton. I'm glad you got home safe. Thank you so much for all your service and all your help. Appreciate it. Anita said, how do we send you a donation for all your great work? So if you're on Facebook, I believe you can send it, you can send stars. It's like a tip jar. If you're on TikTok, you can send gifts, and thank you to those who are doing it. If you're on YouTube, you can send super chats. And if you just want to send kind of like a one-time donation and don't want to go through those processes, send us an email and we'll let you know how you can do it through maybe like an e-transfer or PayPal or something like that. But thank you so much for your consideration with that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to send us an email, I'll put up our email here. It is help@instantweather.ca. And in the email, just say, how do I send a donation, and we'll let you know. And I believe should be able to send it to help at Instant Weather as far as an e-transfer. I'm not sure. It's either that or it's my email, I think. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But thank you so much. Appreciate that. Also, we have Patreon, if you haven't heard of that already. If you go to patreon.com/instant weather, there you can sign up for a monthly subscription for different tiers and different levels and stuff. And we do have to probably give that a bit of a facelift. We haven't adjusted those in a while. But anyways, we do have Patreon as well too. But if you just want to send a one time, then thank you very much for that. And send us an email, and we'll let you know how you can do that. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Derek says, "Wow, I didn't think we had any Canadians streaming this." Thanks, bud. Good job. You're welcome. We stream a lot for Canadian severe weather, especially for my passion is tornado risks and severe thunderstorms. That's where my main passion is. But of course, we're dealing with a pretty impactful winter storm. So today is a good day to go live, I would think, for sure. But thank you so much, Derek. I appreciate that. Christine says, "My son drives bus in Waterloo. He's telling people to stay home in capitals." Yeah, that's right. I would think so. I'm just going to take a look at the comments coming in on TikTok. Kate says, "It's been snowing steady all morning in Parry Sound and no wind yet. I'm sure that will change." Yeah, I'm sure. And Parry Sound could get hit pretty darn hard. Yeah, it could get pretty darn hard with snowfall. So it's definitely going to be interesting for sure. Karen says, "Blizzard warning in Leamington, total whiteout." Yeah, I think Leamington is under a blizzard warning. Maybe it's not. Let me double check. It might just be outside of the Chatham-Kent one, but I'll see. Leamington. Still winter storm warning. Now, I know one of the blizzard warnings didn't go through on the app, but we posted it manually. But I don't think it was that one. One of the team members wants to double check. I think I can actually double check here. Give me 1 sec. I can do that. I have the skills. I can do it. Yeah. So Leamington is just still a winter storm warning. So that is correct. That is correct. Yeah. But Chatham-Kent blizzard warning. It's rolling. Give me just a moment here. So many comments coming in. Ms. Monstra with a super chat. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, and thank you for all you do. You're very welcome. Thank you kindly. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for the super chat donation. Catherine with a super sticker coming in. Thank you so much, Catherine. I really appreciate that. Thank you kindly. April says, "Oh man, my hydro has been out since 8:30 a.m. and I just got this from Hydro One. Hydro One alert. The updated estimated time of restoration for the outage near Highway 6 is 6 p.m. tonight." Ouch. And it's going to be cold. Bloomy 14 on YouTube. Satellite looks like it's literally circling around itself. Sheesh. Yeah, this whole system is rotating. It's not really moving that fast. Excuse me. So it's not great. Not great at all. Brienne sent a super chat in. Thank you so much, Brienne. Really appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. Again, thank you to those who are sending stars on Facebook. If you do send stars on Facebook, put it in the comments here so I can see. I'll try my best to see. So many comments are going past that I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. But if you do send us stars, which is like the tip jar on Facebook, let us know and I'll say thank you if I can, if I see it. Because the stars don't come through on this streaming platform, unfortunately. So Shelby says Squirrel Depot. I mean, Squirrel Depot, it's our favorite place in Eastern Ontario, Squirrel Depot. I think it's west of Pembroke, west of Petawawa. Easily our favorite place in Eastern Ontario. And our thoughts are with the squirrels that are going to be affected by this particular storm. Yeah, Squirrel Depot. We'll have to take a peek. our friends in Squirrel Depot. Manisa with a super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you kindly. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mike, my goodness, with a ridiculous super chat, a super sticker. Wow. Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. Dave Thornton says, my wife needs to get into work for OPP Sunday to Tuesday from Innisfil to Aurelia. When is the best time to get up there tomorrow? We'll be staying in a hotel up there for that time rather than going back and forth. From Innisfil to Aurelia. That's a pretty wide swath. Where are you staying in your hotel there, Dave? Needs to get into work for Sunday. Sunday might not be terrible. The snow squalls are going to be a little bit to the north, I think, on Sunday. Sunday might not. I would say wait. I wouldn't try to get in there early. I would best time to get there tomorrow. I would say I would probably wait till Sunday if you can. I don't know what time she has to work on Sunday, but I would wait as late as possible because things will start to maybe clear up. I would double check on the app, especially for where you're staying at the hotel, and see what time the snowfall is going to taper off. I mean, maybe Saturday night might be okay, but it's still going to be pretty strong winds as well, even on Saturday night. So I would say probably Sunday might be the best. I don't know where you're traveling. Oh, from Innisfil to Aurelia. I see. So she's stationed in Aurelia, and you're in Innisfil now. I understand. Okay. So from Innisfil to Aurelia, I would say I would wait it out as long as you can. If she has to be there Sunday morning, I'd probably travel on Sunday morning. I think I would wait as long as possible. But Karen Fisher says, "Wow, that got bad fast." Yeah, that when that front comes in and those winds get bananas, it's intense. Oh, Brennan just pointed out that. Okay, so for the nice lady who was asking about a donation earlier, we were trying to figure out what email has the auto deposit on it for donations, and Brennan just double checked. So if you send a donation to help@instantweather.ca, it has an auto deposit for e-transfer, so you can just send it to that. So thank you so much. Appreciate that, Brennan, for double checking into that. DC Lab says, gone up 3,000 in the last 10 minutes. I'm assuming we're talking about power outages, but yeah, it's intense for sure. Mandy says, @Ontario Weather, smiley face. Yeah, so that's our TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, thanks, Devin, for sending in a candy cane ×6 on TikTok. Thank you kindly. If you are on TikTok, we are @Ontario Weather. I'll pull up some of those here. So where did it go? Come back. Oh, so here's the email for the nice lady. I think her name was Angie. I think so. I might have got that wrong. But the nice lady said she wanted to send a donation. You can send an e-transfer to help@instantweather.ca. Thank you so much for all of your support. Also, you can send in stars on Facebook. It's like a tip jar on Facebook. Huge thank you to those who have been sending in stars. You can send in tasty candy canes and all this kind of stuff on TikTok. And also super chats on YouTube, as we've been highlighting here. So thank you so much. I wanted to pull up our TikTok. One second here. I wanted to pull up our TikTok banner. Where did it go? Come back. TikTok banner. There we go. If you are on TikTok, follow us @Ontario Weather on TikTok, on the Tickety Talks. But nobody calls it that. I like to call it that. I don't make any sense. Money said, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, I something love this app. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you kindly. Well, that's interesting. Says TikTok is way ahead of Facebook stream. I think Facebook has a delay. Facebook might have a delay. So I'll tell you how I'm doing the TikTok stream. This is actually kind of a workaround. TikTok has this thing called TikTok Studio. What I'm doing is we're streaming from StreamYard to YouTube, and then I'm using another computer to literally take the YouTube stream. I cropped it so it fits perfectly in the window, and I'm sending the YouTube stream to TikTok. So in theory, the YouTube stream should be faster than the TikTok one. But maybe Facebook has a delay. I'm not sure. It's possible. If Facebook does have a delay, you might want to refresh. So maybe that'll speed it up. Yeah, I would think so. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to go take a look at Ontario storm reports again. Look at some of the reports coming in. I'm sure they're going to be intense. I'm going to drink some caffeine first. I do have some nuts as well, too. I was thinking about eating some nuts. It's going to be fantastic. Wait a minute. It's green. I love using green things on the stream. Stephanie says, Adam, when is it going to hammer Exeter tonight? Winds are going to get intense tonight. It's hard to say what the snowfall for sure is going to be for Exeter, but the winds are going to get pretty intense for sure. Steven says, the smartest squirrels are staying in hiding state. Correct. Steady snow since about 8 a.m. in Hamilton. Strong winds. Thank you very much for your report. Dr. H. Whoa. Colleen says, all roads, Perth County closed per OPP. Whoa. All roads in Perth County are closed. Really? That's a lot of roads. That's interesting, Liam. Liam said, seen a few reports of CO detectors going off on Hamilton Fire Dispatch. Anywhere that's getting a lot of blowing snow, we should mention that they should clear their furnace exhaust. Yeah, if you're getting a lot of blowing snow, I know it's not great conditions to head outside, but you definitely don't want you don't want that pilot up in the house there. CO detectors going off is a bad sign. So yeah, if you have a furnace, make sure you clear your furnace exhaust. Definitely don't want that coming back into the house. That is bad. That would be not good at all. Richard says, how is Ottawa looking for tomorrow? December 24th. Have to travel to Arnprior for Christmas supper. Daughter has to work on Christmas Day. Tomorrow doesn't look great. Sunday would probably be better. I would think Sunday's better. But double check on our app just to see what the wind gusts are going to be and see what the snowfall timing is going to be. But it's not going to be great. Tomorrow's still going to be not the greatest conditions. Caroline says 100 car pileup west of London. Thank you very much. Yeah, we did mention that earlier. Paulette is backing up all roads, Perth County, closed as of 25 minutes ago. Nicola says, I need to get to work from Oakville to Petrolia being near Sarnia. Will there be delays? Yeah, there's 100 car pileup on the 401. That's, if you're talking about today is not the greatest day to travel. It's going to be brutal. Will there be delays? There will be delays. I hope you have a lot of gas in your tank. If you don't have to travel, please don't. I mean, you might want to talk to your boss if there's no other way. If you're an essential worker and you have to travel, then you do. But give yourself a lot of time. Make sure you have a full tank of gas. Make sure you pack warm clothing and blankets just in case. If you get stuck out on the road with these temperatures dropping, that's when things get dangerous. So hope you're going to be all right. Pat Lewis says, between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., had over 2 inches of snow. There will be drifting. I was out driving. Some roads were better than others, but shout out to plow drivers and sanders. They are on it. Big shout out to all those driving the plows and sanding the roads. Appreciate it. Critical stuff. Amanda says, blowing snow, Bayside, Ontario, whiteout conditions every few minutes. Thank you. Bobby making what seems like common sense. It's not necessarily that common. I'd love to send a reminder to the public. If you're driving in the snow, turn your lights on. Yeah, remember, like, to turn your light, like, you have to turn the switch or else the backlights don't even come on. So then you're just, like, invisible. Yeah, please turn your lights on. Ashley says, trying to figure out if I should travel today or tomorrow from Ingersoll to London. Any tips? Don't travel today is my tip. And tomorrow's not going to be great either. I mean, it's going to be maybe marginally better than today. But today's by far going to be the worst day to travel. Tomorrow's could also be blizzard conditions too. Today and tomorrow are going to be brutal. So if you don't have to travel, like, it sounds like you've got some options here. The better travel day would be the 25th, I would think, for that location. I'd say the 25th is probably the better option. But if you don't travel today, and if you're essential, you have to travel tomorrow, it's not going to be great either. But I would say the 25th might be your better option if you can wait until the 25th or even the 26th. Like, if this is like a casual thing, don't travel today if you don't have to. Leave the roads for essential workers, please. Thanks, Liam. I appreciate that. Scrolling through. Cal says, it's not that bad. It's just a bit of snow. I'm assuming you're not driving. If you're inside, yeah, it's fine. It's fine from inside. Unless your power goes out, and then the temperature drops to like -15. And then your power is out for like many hours. I mean, then it's not just a bit of snow at that point in time. Just saying. Lisa says, how much snow in Midland? Heard many different numbers. Can't see more than 10 feet down the road. Midland's going to get hammered. And by the end of Sunday, or even into Monday, with the snow squall that's going to be moving through that area, models have been talking about extreme amounts for Midland, like 50 to 100 centimeters. And areas east of Midland, areas east of Bracebridge, it's possible even to exceed 100 centimeters by then. So it's going to be nasty. Midland is looking like it's going to be pretty nasty. Dave says, okay, sounds great. Thanks so much. You're the best. No problem, Dave. Thank you so much to your wife for her service with the OPP. Appreciate it. I have a good friend in the OPP and up in Wasaga Beach there. And we appreciate all your help. Stay safe out there. Barrett says, we have family traveling from Richmond Hill to LaSalle, Ontario for Christmas. Is there a better time to travel or not at all? Christmas night might be the better time, like late afternoon, evening. If they have to travel, I would tell them the 25th might be the better situation. The 25th is not better if you're like around Midland or if you're near Bruce Peninsula. Those areas are not going to be great. Not going to be great at all. So if you're further to the north, it's not going to be great on Sunday. But if you're further south, like Richmond Hill to LaSalle, I would say Sunday is probably the best bet. Christmas Day is probably the best bet, I would think. Angie says power's out in Penetang. Yeah, so here's the situation. I remember that lady mentioning previously that it's just a bit of snow, no big deal. Well, now the power's out in Penetang, and they're going to get hammered with snow, and it's going to be brutal cold and extreme winds as well, too. So it's a little bit more than just a bit of snow. I mean, if you're in like Toronto, yeah, Toronto's not going to get that much snow. I don't know, radar looks like Toronto's getting snow, but you're not going to get as much as some areas. But the blowing snow, the blizzard conditions, the frigid temperature on the backside of it, it's not going to be great. PJ says, as a snowplow driver on the Highway 115, Peterborough, people, please slow down. I'm sure PJ is getting passed, like when they set up in the center lane and everybody's passing on each side and like all the salt hits you as you're going by. But thank you, PJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's slow down. PJ would know. And thank you for your service. Appreciate that as a snowplow driver. Thank you to all the snowplow drivers. Thank you to all the hydro workers. Thank you to all the essential workers. You know, the nurses and the doctors and the firefighters and the paramedics and the police officers and everybody who has to be out there I don't envy you for having to be out there, but obviously you're brave souls and you're out there to help us all. So we appreciate that. So thank you so much to all the essential workers. And if you're not out there for essentials, if you're like, I gotta go to Best Buy to buy something to give as a gift, just please. The Pure Later people are out there. They're already risking it out there. Just go like Prime or something, like order it so it can be delivered. I know there's not much time left, but yeah, you don't want to be heading out today. I mean, like, again, for certain areas, Christmas Day might be the better situation. Today is awful. Tomorrow is going to be awful for a lot of areas, and so Sunday might be the better option, but it all depends on where you're located. Pat Thompson says, big shout out to the plow drivers. They are working hard out there. Absolutely. I agree. Victoria says, give yourself time in Aurelia. Though the city is notorious for road clearing, Canada Post canceled mail after last week's snow because of it. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Appreciate that. B says, if you don't have to go out, please do not. Yeah, I mean, let's like empty the roads so that all the essential workers that have to go to work, the hospital, or like all the different places I mentioned, they have the roads to themselves. If you have to be out there, it's nice if you're out there and there's nobody else out there. It's just you. Like, that would be the preferable situation. But yeah, if you don't have to be out there, how about don't? How about you? Krista says, have to drive from Kingston to Ganakwe. I can't pronounce that properly, but tomorrow for work, will it be easing up by 6 a.m.? Probably not. It's probably still going to be pretty nasty tomorrow morning. So give yourself a lot of time. And if there's any way you don't have to go, that would also be great. But yeah, it's not going to be a great situation there. That area is going to be hit really hard. There's going to be tons of snow. It's not going to be great. Not going to be great. Ted says, I drive with 115 regularly. So many people recklessly drive on there. Yeah, that's not great. Lisa says, power keeps flickering in Midland, Ontario. Was doing my Christmas baking. Have to wait now. Eek. Mary says steam is coming off Lake Ontario in Hamilton. Interesting. Darton19 on TikTok says, carbon monoxide poisoning is really serious. I agree. Yeah, if your CO detectors are going off, like, clear your furnace exhaust, please. Please. Yeah. Yes. Okay, 1 second here. So many monitors. Okay. Brian says, hey, man, been watching you live for a couple hours now. Really appreciate you, Brian from Barrie. Thanks, Brian from Barrie. I'm Adam from Barrie. Go Barrie. Appreciate that. Mary says, 401 westbound, Woodstock to London. A lot of people in the ditch. We're just talking to someone in the comments here who is planning to travel from Oakville to Petrolia, which is near Sarnia, wondering if there's going to be delays. Yeah, it's going to be delays. It's going to be a treacherous, dangerous drive. So I hope you don't have to do it. But if you do, you're an essential worker, what can you do? Just got to give yourself a lot of time. Make sure you have as much gas in the car as you possibly can. Make sure you've got warm blankets in there, food, water, in case you fall into a ditch and there's only so many tow trucks and you're in this ditch for hours and hours and hours. Yeah. 68,000 customers out of power on Hydro One, the latest update. Thank you, Teresa. I'm going to, we've just been like literally watching radar in the background. So I'm going to give me a sec there, comment feed. I want to keep going through the comments, but I'm going to, whoa, here's a comment. Shelley says, the municipality of Chatham-Kent has pulled the snowplows off the roads as methods of clearing are not effective and whiteout conditions are expected to worsen. pulling the plows off of the roads. That's not a good sign. Krista says, whereabouts is this? Chatham, Kent. So this is southwest of London, east of Windsor. Matt says, friends doing Hamilton to Ottawa drive right now. Why? Like, is this like a casual thing? They're like, let's go drive during a blizzard? No, why? I hope they have a reason. Tanya says it stopped snowing in Petawawa, but still no power. Are we going to see worse weather coming? If the winds are probably going to get worse, and lots of blowing snow, it's going to be brutal. Yeah, not great. Okay, I'm going to pull up Ontario storm reports. If you're on Facebook, if you're on the Book of Faces, which I like to refer to it as, which I always say to people, like if I meet someone in person, I'm like, hey, are you on the Book of Faces? And they're like, what? They get confused and then realize that I'm a strange person who calls it the Book of Faces. Anyways, if you are on the Facebook, definitely go to our new group. It's newish, year and a half or so, 2 years. Facebook.com/groups/Ontario Storm Reports. I'm just going to go pull that up right now because there's usually a lot of amazing reports from our community. I think there's 145,000 members or something. Let's see how many people are on there. 144.6 thousand people posting their condition. What am I looking at? Hold on a second. You got to see this. Is ridiculous. Wait, that's not right. Why did I put the city overlay? What am I doing? That's the right one. There we go. Okay. Ian Slagger, 39 minutes ago, said road conditions in Chatham are ... bad ... Photo taken on Bloomfield Road. Maggie Muggins in a comment said, if your CO2 detectors are going off, you have 15 seconds to get out of the house. Open all the windows once the snow is cleared away from your outside pipes. Get the CO2 out of your home. And Brennan mentioned you might want to call 911 as well, too, if your CO2 detectors are going off. It's not a good situation as well, too. And we have a new member on our team, Matt, who's about to chime in there. I'd like to see what he has to say, as he's a former firefighter. I'd like to see his take on that as well, too. But Maggie's got a good point. You know, get everybody out of the house, clear your outside pipes, clear your furnace exhaust, as we were mentioning, and then get the CO2 out of your home. Yeah, open up all the windows, get the CO2 out of your home. CO2 is dangerous stuff. Dangerous stuff. This looks like I don't even have a photo on the screen. Here, hold on. Let me just move it a bit. There we go. Here's the current conditions in Chatham, Kent. No, we're looking at a photo right now. Let me just scroll down. We're actually looking at a photo from Chatham, Kent. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Perfect. There it is right there. Here's the current conditions in Chatham, Kent from the passenger seat of a vehicle. And someone just mentioned that Chatham, Kent is pulling the plows off of the road. Jose says, do we know if there's any lake effect? There will be. If it hasn't already started, there will be into later today, into tomorrow. Yeah, the squalls are really going to kick up and it's going to be intense. Really intense. Yeah, it's not going to be great. Dale says, how long is the storm going to last for? It's going to last until, for some areas, until late Sunday into Monday. But for most areas, probably the afternoon of the 25th, Sunday afternoon, is going to be kind of the time things are calming down. For some areas, it'll be Sunday morning, but if you are in those areas east of Georgian Bay, like Muskoka, if you're east of Lake Huron, like Owen Soundish areas, it's going to be the squalls are going to be disgusting on Sunday as well too. So, oh, Alana says, did anyone correct Adam with CO2 versus carbon monoxide? I stepped away for a second. Chatham conditions are bad, quote unquote, says Lindsay. That's a good question. If you could clarify that, that would be great. I'm not an expert in the CO2 carbon monoxide stuff, so please clarify for me. I know that it's not great. I can. Thank you, Elena, for clarifying that. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So CO2 is what you exhale. CO is carbon monoxide, and that's the problem. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense. Yes. Okay, yes. So CO2 is not the problem. Someone mentioned in the comment they said CO2. CO is the problem. Carbon monoxide. That's the dangerous thing that can lead to fatalities if it builds up in your home. And it's what odorless, and there's no visual unless you have a CO detector. You don't know it's happening until it's too late. Yeah, that's not good. Mike says book face rules. Face rules. Mike says CO, not CO2. That's right. Yeah, sorry. CO, not CO2. I see. There's like 99 corrections in the comments that I totally missed. My bad. To clarify, I was literally just reading their comment and they said CO2. Lindsay says CO2 ain't great either, to be fair, but CO is the issue. Yes, yeah. You breathe out CO2, of course. Yes. I understand. My bad. Stacy says, where's the cat? Well, there's one over there sleeping, and there's one back there sleeping, and I hope they continue to sleep because they will, yeah, they're annoying. Nick says CO2 will suffocate you, but CO will poison you. That's right. Teresa says Shelburne, Ontario is a mess. You can't see in front of you. Does it look like this? This is in Chatham, Kent. And it doesn't look great. CO, not CO2. Yeah. Everybody chiming in. That's right. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes. CO2 is carbon dioxide. CO is carbon monoxide. Correct. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hobby Hack says CO2 should be fine, more or less up to 10%. That's it. Terrell says CO2 keeps your beer carbonated. That's a good point. Lana says CO is why you don't have like a generator, or is it the reason when you have a gas generator, they say keep it as far away from the house as possible so the exhaust is not coming back into the house. It's basically exhaust from, you know, gasoline being burnt and exhaust from the from your furnace. So if you have a furnace, make sure that your pipe is cleared outside, because there's a lot of reports again, and Liam mentioned this as well too. There is a lot of reports of CO detectors going off, and that's likely because there's a backup where the furnace exhaust is being clogged. So, long story short, yeah, Melissa's got a good point. She says, if the alarm goes off, get out. Yeah, you don't have much time. Somebody mentioned you have 15 seconds. Once the alarm goes off, you have 15 seconds to get outside, clear out the pipes, let things, give it some time, and then go open some windows and let it really air out. I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do, but yeah, and Alana says you should call the fire department. Yeah, I would think that's probably a good idea. I'm sure the fire department is getting completely overwhelmed with calls from CO detectors and everything else that's happening as well too. So this is what happens with these situations. It just piles on top of each other. It's not great. Not great. Gail says, my understanding is you leave the house and call the fire department. Do not clear the house of CO2, as the fire department needs to determine the source and if you clear the house, they can't. Interesting. Interesting. Jackie says, why can't we see anything on screen other than Adam? This is a report. Let me show you. Let me scroll down. This is the current conditions right now in Chatham, Kent, where they have pulled the snowplows off of the road. So I was just kind of making a bit of a joke of that. If I scroll it up slightly, it looks like it's just a white screen and me. And you're like, how come there's nothing else? No, this is actually the current road conditions in Chatham, Kent right now. All right. I'm scrolling to another one. But thank you, Ian, for posting that. I hope you're okay. Hope you're all right. Let me keep scrolling. Brooke posted, what are the roads like? Not great. Scrolling here. Strong winds in Hanover. Yeah, and they're going to get even stronger. The winds tonight are going to be very strong. Ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to get really, really strong tonight. Here's a post from Highway 17 west of North Bay. Heavy snow, poor visibility. Thank you very much, Natalie, for that report. Appreciate it. Let's keep scrolling here. Again, this is Ontario Storm Reports on Facebook. This is our reporting group, and I think we have 144.7 thousand members who are incredible at sharing their conditions here. Whoa! This is Carrie has posted this from Fort Erie. Pure whiteout conditions. The wind is insane. So Fort Erie's already getting the winds that many of us are going to see later this evening. They're getting them first. So this is what they're seeing. Top audio here so you can hear. I don't know if I have it set up. Oh, there we go. It should work now-ish. Let me replay that for you. Let me know if you can hear that video. Oh my goodness. Can you hear that? Here's the current conditions in Fort Erie. Can't hear it. No sound. No sound. No sound. What have I done? I've ruined everything. Okay, one sec. I should be able to get sound. Oh, my bad. Now you can hear it. Watch. I figured it out. Now you can hear it. When she opens the door, it gets way worse. Way worse. Can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear that. Eek. Still no sound? Oh, kind of technical wizard am I? I swear. I know things sometimes. All right, let me try one more time. Okay, audio monitor's on. It's linked to that. Should be good. Okay. And let me just see. I'll try one more time. If I don't get it, then I'm giving up.
Are you wearing headphones?
I am wearing headphones, Alana, but it should be coming through the VB audio virtual cable. So it should be coming through this. I'll try one last time for you folks. If it doesn't work, then just imagine the sound. That's not as good. All right. Let's try now. I'll try one more time. Let's see if this works. You know what? Yeah, let's try one more time. Let me know if you can hear it now. Why not? What have I done? Oh, you know what? Maybe I could come through though. I have an idea. I got a workaround. Watch this. Here's my workaround skills. Some fan noise. Let me know if you can hear it now. Yeah, I'm sure you heard it that time. That's not nice. Everybody said no. How did you not hear it? It's impossible. Impossible. Nobody heard it. That's it. I'm giving up on the audio. I don't even know why, but that is terrifying. Okay, I'm going to share that to our page. Just give me a second here. I'll do that after. Give me just a moment. But I don't know how you still didn't hear it. Okay, there's that horrible road conditions. Everybody in my team is saying, give up. It's time to give up. All right. Let's see here. This is a 511 current road closures map. Hopefully it helps someone. Yeah, you know what? I should pull that up as well too. This is good that it's here though. Thank you very much for posting it. Rob, appreciate it. Rob Thompson posted that. You can go to 511. Is it 511.ca? I think 511.ca, and you can get the road closure map. What is this? Debbie Day from Cambridge, Ontario group says, I suggest avoiding Water Street heading north from downtown. Yeah, it doesn't look great. This is Highway 47 towards Uxbridge from Landon. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you kindly. How did that audio still not come through? I don't understand. Okay. Here, this is perfect. You want to hear the sound from that video? Go to Ontario Storm Reports on Facebook. Scroll down, you'll find it. You have the power. You can do it. I believe in you. Ontario Storm Reports on Facebook. You can go check that out. Whoa, Brennan, what is that? Tell me, I can't see what that is. I know it's snowfall. Is it a new run? 151 centimeters? That's not great. This is Manitoulin Island 7 minutes ago. Gentle snow, not windy yet. Yeah, not windy there yet. This is Aurelia. Still not that windy in Aurelia yet. It's going to get a lot windier tonight. Bancroft got lots of snow, no wind yet. Look at all the snow in Bancroft. Wow. Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate that. And thank you to Carolyn for your reports. This is Frank. He says, a foot of snow, no wind, about -1 centimeter in Desbarats. Snow still falling. The wind's going to, tonight is when the wind's going to really kick up. It's going to be intense. Scrolling, getting nasty in Kitchener-Waterloo. Yes, it seems to be. Thank you, Myra. This is Waterloo conditions, road conditions. We're just getting started here. This is not like this is the start and that's it. It's going to be nasty and it's going to get probably worse. Aaron today. That was quite a pretty photo. Blowing snow conditions. This is Barrie South End. I mean, the winds, this is from Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. This is at 1:03 today, so about 40 minutes ago. And that's the south end of Barrie right there. That's not looking great. Hey, I think I know where that is. Yeah, that's not looking great, and it's just getting going, just starting. Massive tree down in Cobourg, Ontario. Winds are crazy here on Lake Ontario. Massive evergreen tree down. Whoa, look at the size of that thing. That's ridiculous. Eek. Hope everybody's okay. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, just scrolling to see some other areas. This is 1 hour ago in Dresden and Wallaceburg. The wind is howling, says Katie. I'm sure it is. Doesn't look very nice. Where's this? Ron says, it has gotten worse. Just came back from buying my lady's Christmas present, and conditions are bad. Sometimes you can't even see 10 feet in front of you. Ron coming in on December 23rd, getting his Christmas shopping done on December 23rd. It reminds me of me. Although I did mine early this year. But Ron, you remind me of me. But yeah, that does not look good. Where is that? Oh, in Welland. Yeah, it looks pretty nasty. Not good. Here's the accident from a few different news sources Amy Lynn posted. The 401 pileup. We heard 100 vehicles were involved. Down there on the right, it says Tilbury fell in a 12-vehicle collision. I guess these two different collisions? Dutton and Dunwich, and then one Tilbury, just west of Chatham. I see. So there's multiple collisions. We've heard something like 100 vehicles involved. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa pointed out that Laura asked, is there an app with wind speed? And just so you know, you can actually find the wind speed on our free app. So if you don't have a free app already, you can download it at instantweatherapp.com. I'll show you exactly how to look at the wind gusts. Give me a sec here. Okay, so on our app, this is for St. Catharines, which I was just looking up earlier. The condition is blizzard, which is not great. But if you go to a few different ways you can do it. If you touch the little 3 dots, so if you look right above, you can't see. Yeah, look above my head. See those little 3 dots in the corner? You touch those, it'll tell you the current wind gusts. Wow, the wind gusts in St. Catharines have now gone up to 70 kilometers an hour. So it'll tell you the current wind gusts, and it'll tell you if you want to see the estimated gusts. 2 ways you can do it: through the hours or through the minutes. So if you go, let's just say, for example, the hours. So you go to the hourly product and you scroll up, you'll notice the wind. You'll see 47 kilometers an hour, but it says gusts to 71 kilometers an hour. So in the little fine print below, we should probably make it bigger because the gusts are kind of the more important thing. But 47 sustained, the gusts to 71 kilometers an hour. So look for that little gust. You can see it there. It's in the minute product, and it's also in the hourly product as well too. Condition blizzard. That's not a great condition. That's awful. So if I keep scrolling here, the gusts are going to get stronger in St. Catharines, all the way up to 85 kilometers an hour by 11 p.m. Right? That might be the peak for them. Yeah, and then it's going to taper off from there. But it's still going to be really windy for a while. So yeah, that's the way to get to, if you want to see the estimated wind gusts that are not just now, but that are expected in the future as well too. It's you can check it out for your specific area. So yeah, go to instantweatherapp.com or go to the Apple App Store, type in instant weather, 2 words, not Insta weather, but instant weather. Make sure it's a free app because there are some paid apps out there. I think one's called Insta weather, and it's like $4 or something. Our app is free to download. So go download for free. And you can get it on the Google Play Store as well too. Instant weather on the Google Play Store. So I'll put that in the comments. Actually, I'll put a link to it here. Give me 1 second. Download our free app, Instant Weather, at instantweatherapp.com. Actually, I'll put the direct link because it might work better than the forwarding link. instantweatherinc.com/app. Smiley face. There we go. And Laura, who asked that question, said, thank you. You're welcome. Hope that helps. If you're looking for the wind, it's good to check it out on the app there. Excuse me. Philip has an app suggestion. When scrolling down on the minute, hourly, or daily details, the time/day should be static. So when you scroll over, you don't have to keep scrolling back up to confirm which time day you're on. That's a great suggestion, actually. In fact, that's I'm writing this down somewhere. Hold on a second. I'm going to put this on the to-do list. Now, the to-do list is about 79 pages long. So But that's a really good one. So what he's saying is, as you're scrolling, the date and the time should like stick to the top. So even if you're scrolling, the date and the time stay at the top. So it's kind of its own section in a way. It doesn't move. I think that's a fantastic suggestion. That's one of the best app suggestions I've heard in a long time. So thank you so much to Philip. That's brilliant. I'm definitely I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna jump back to the Facebook group. Okay, and I am gonna write that down on our giant list, the to-do list, and eventually add it to our task board. I am putting this down right now before I forget, because I'll say that's a great idea, and then I'll forget, and then that would be bad if I forgot this, because this is a brilliant. There we go. I'm putting this on the top of our list here. Make date time static when scrolling hourly minute product. Genius. That is genius. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Philip. I like you, Philip. You're a good guy. Brilliant idea. Thank you so much. Harley says, can you zoom in on Huron Park? I'm not sure if it's in red or purple. That's a good question. Whether it's in red or purple, they're both not great. So I would think that Huron Park is going to get pretty hammered by the storm. Let me just double check. Huron Park. If I go to Central, can I see it? Yeah, I think you're in. It's hard to say. I think you're in red. You might be in purple, though. It's hard to say. You're somewhere between the two. So it could go one way or the other. It's hard to say. Yeah, sure, Brennan, go ahead. Go for it. Brennan's going to throw up some new model runs that just came out. It's going to be a little messy because you're going to see these giant numbers in behind the city names. But yeah, go ahead. I want to see it. Give her. Hopefully it helped, Carly. I really didn't tell you one way or the easier, but hopefully it helped. Melissa said, I'm a subscriber to your app. I honestly find you're easy to use, and I get correct alerts from you first. Thank you so much, Melissa. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Trying our best to make sure to be as have the most accurate and up-to-date data as possible. Hence the name Instant Weather. Brennan's going to throw up some maps that might look a little messy. There we go. He's got them up on the screen. The crazy part about this is, let me actually move this window over so I can really see this full screen here. As you can see, the giant numbers, I believe, are centimeters. Am I right? Yes, those are centimeters. So if you look up by Bracebridge, yes, it is centimeters. So Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Minden, Halliburton, and the Port Carling area, it says 151 centimeters. Is this HRRR? Is that what I'm... Is that... No. Atlanta says, can you imagine 150 inches? No, that would be bad. But centimeters. So 150 centimeters would be... You're looking at like 55 inches-ish. That's NAM? Okay, NAM was... Wow. Wow. That's the NAM. I'm surprised NAM is that high. So NAM has gone to... Atlanta says that's 5 feet. 150 centimeters is 5 feet of snow. And Brennan's in Bracebridge. So we're going to find out firsthand. We're going to find out firsthand if this is what's happening. So this is by Sunday. This is by like Sunday night. That is ridiculous. And then other areas too getting hammered by some high totals, but nothing is close to what Bracebridge and Gravenhurst, Minden, Halliburton, maybe Baysville, Port Carling, Baysville, Minden and Washago are like right on the edge of that squall. Yeah, her only goes to Sunday morning. Okay, so what is this, like Sunday night? Her has 60 inches, yeah. Yeah, 5 feet of snow. I hope you have one of those like roof clearing snow shovels there, Brennan. Brennan also pulled this up here as well too, showing Prince Edward County, Napanee, Kingston, Is it Gananoque? I don't know how to pronounce. I'm so sorry. Please correct me.
Gananoque.
Gananoque. Did I get it right? No
Yes, you did.
way. Oh, that's it. I can retire now. I got that. I finally got a city or town name correct. Brockville, Gananoque, Kingston, Napanee, Prince Edward County, also getting mangled by a crazy snow squall. Ouch. And then right at the very bottom there, Fort Erie. Someone's asking about Niagara. Niagara's right at the very bottom there. You can see it, bottom left. But yeah, that's not great. Why is Barrie in pink? Oh no, Barrie was supposed to be in the happy zone. This actually shows Toronto getting more than we thought. It shows Western Toronto, like Mississauga and Oakville, still not getting that much, only a few inches. But it actually shows Toronto right on the gradient. Ugh. That's not great. Not great at all. Member on TikTok says, I can't hear the wind in the video over my windows shrieking from the wind here. Eek. Ouch. Robin saying that 50-car pileup on the 402, 100-car pileup on the 401. Please stay home. This is not a good time for like last-minute shopping. Stay home, folks. If you're not an essential worker, please stay home. Violet says, what's happening in Barrie just now? I don't know. There's like snow and wind. That's my report. Weather Watcher says, downtown Barrie power outage. Oh no, it's not good. I think I'm on the hospital grid. So cross your fingers that we stay up so that I can continue to stream. Excuse me. Can you please show Windsor, says Kayla. Yeah, let me back up to the main map here and we'll show you. So we've got Windsor in the 15 to 30 centimeters. It's gonna the snow's actually gonna taper off this afternoon for Windsor, but then it's gonna pick back up into tomorrow. So again, this map isn't just for like one day. This is until Sunday evening is the idea. ORJB 2005 on YouTube says, how do I share a time lapse of you to show how bad the roads were when I was driving? I hope you weren't holding your phone during the driving of the time lapse, but you can either email it to us, help@instantweather.ca, but alternatively, you can go to our app and click the report weather button, and then you can share a link to a YouTube video that you made. Or if you are on Facebook, search for Ontario Storm Reports on Facebook, join our group, and then you'll be able to share it with everybody. It'll immediately show to everybody in the community. So we prefer that way. If you are on Facebook, we prefer that way. But if you're not on Facebook, then either send us a link to a YouTube video that you made, or maybe email it to help@instantweather.ca. So those are a few different ways. Seth says, apparently Rogers Internet is having outages across Southern Ontario. I'm on Rogers Internet. Uh-oh. Oh, no. We're still up so far. Hooray. So far, we're still up, which is good. I do have TELUS. I switched to TELUS before the big Rogers outage earlier. Was it earlier this year? I switched to TELUS for my phone and got a boatload of data just in case we ever did have an outage. So if there is an outage, I will switch over to my cell data until it runs out. So yeah, it's like 40 gigs though. It's a ton of data. I should be okay. Should be all right. I think I'll switch to a 720p stream at that point in time to dial back the window. Bell and Rogers are having issues right now, says Windows 2K. Ouch. Hannah says, so I subscribe to Instant Weather and I do pay a monthly fee. Is that not you? No, that's us. We are Instant Weather. So if you subscribe to extend the future radar to 5 hours and to remove the ads from the app, that is us. Yes, we are Instant Weather. So we weren't referring to the other company or the other app we've seen before is like Insta Weather, but it's just some random app that was on the App Store. but that's not us. Brennan says he's got his an old phone set up for a camera. Yeah, Brennan, if you want to stream that to if you want to stream that maybe to like YouTube or something, then I can pull that up. Or if you want to stream that maybe to Facebook, either or, whatever. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Brennan is in Bracebridge right now, so that is going to be interesting. Brenda says instant weather app is free, but if you upgrade, then yes, it costs and is worth it. Thank you so much, Brenda. Appreciate that. A huge thank you. I know we mentioned this a few times, but a huge thank you to those who have subscribed. Our app is free. Like 99% of the functionality of the app is free. But if you subscribe, it will remove the ads from the app, and it will extend your future radar out to 5 hours, which can give you a better idea of what's coming later on as well too. So anyways, huge thank you to those who have subscribed. You're the reason the app exists at all, because if it wasn't for the subscriptions, the little ad banner at the bottom does not cover our costs in the least. So huge thank you to those who have subscribed to remove ads from the app and to extend the future radar. So thank you. And a huge thank you to all those who have sent in stars through Facebook, sent in super chats through YouTube, sent in cool, tasty gifts through TikTok here. Yeah, really appreciate all of your help, or sent a donation to our email, help@instantweather.ca. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. All of your support does make this possible, and myself and the entire team really sincerely appreciate it. We've been a entirely crowdfunded company since 2013. I don't think that happens often, and I am so grateful for this community that has been the case. I mean, literally, we have taken, like, as far as like, we've had people approach us and say, can we invest and this kind of thing, and there was just never really the right fit. And so we still own 100% of the company. You are our investors. We consider everyone in the community an investor into this company. So people have to do things for their board of directors. This community is our board of directors. So you are the reason we stream. You are the reason we update the app. You are the reason we put out the forecasts. It's because of the community. So the community is our main focus, which makes the most sense, I think, because then, top of mind is always the community. It's not top of mind isn't like 12 old dudes in ties that are trying to say like, you need to put more ads on stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want that. We want you to be top of mind. So anyways, a little rant there, but I just wanted to point out that thank you so much for making that possible. So that's why I'm saying thank you to those who are subscribing. Thank you to those who are donating. Thank you to those who are sending in gifts and stars and super chats and all that stuff. So thank you so much for making this possible. You make this possible, and we want to keep doing it for you. And we don't want to, Brendan says Adam is the old dude without the tie and a plaid shirt instead. This isn't plaid. I just want to clarify that this is not a plaid shirt. I'm going to put it up to the camera so you can see. This is not. Where's my focus? There we go. Look at that 1.8 focal bokeh. Anyways, this is not a plaid shirt. I just want to point that out. I do wear a lot of plaid shirts, and I'm 39 years old, so I'm approaching 40. I'm getting there. There's some gray hairs in here you can't see. There's a few in here, and it's happening. But yeah, anyways, yeah. I love how you had to prove it, says Brennan. I did have to prove it. Yes, that's fine. Okay, back to Ontario storm reports. I love when the team makes fun of me. It's fun. Okay. Such a wonderful. I love our team. You might think I'm joking, but no, I'm serious. Our team's amazing. Okay. And again, I pointed this out before. Everybody in our team has come from the community. So it's not like we've gone to post your resume website.org and found we've just literally people that we've seen who are passionate in our community. We've brought them in to the team, and it's our I think our team is like 29 members, and they're all from the community. So this community has become the team. Anyways, it's so excited. I love it. It's awesome. It's fantastic. And we're about to celebrate our 10th year anniversary. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Breaking news. Adam is not wearing plaid. Oh, Brennan. Lisa says, teamwork. This is breaking news. I'm not wearing plaid. It's shocking. It's shocking to many. Shocking, especially, I'm sure Miranda's shocked. Everybody's shocked. All right. I'm going back to the report group. Excuse me. Here's McKellar, just north of Perry Sound. Snowing lightly so far. Light wind. That's going to change. Oh, no. Oh, man. Anna posted this from Delhi. I used to call it Delhi, but it turns out it's Delhi. I think it's Delhi. Tell me if I'm wrong. Probably wrong. I'm always wrong when it comes to names. It's a lot better if I just read them out.
No, you actually got that one too.
I got Delhi right? Alana confirmed.
Yep.
10 years later, I'm starting to learn how to pronounce things. It just takes me a few decades to figure things out. Anna says, dang, there goes the greenhouse we built last summer. But if that's the worst that happens, we're blessed. Near Delhi, Ontario. Yeah, a big tree came down, looks like. And there goes their greenhouse. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear. That's brutal. Sorry about that, Anna. Let's keep scrolling. These are the kind of, if you are traveling and you want to send us a report, we prefer these photos where you can clearly tell it's from the passenger, not the driver. We don't want drivers. It's already dangerous enough out there if you have to be out. But then if you're also like, oh, I'm going to take a photo and send it to those guys, those instant weather, please no. Pull over safely or have a passenger take the photo. And that's looks like what Leanne had happened here. So Highway 12, just north of 7A, going from whiteout to okayish. The wind gusts are strong. We're just at Highway 47 now, and the gusts are really picking up. Be safe, everyone. Yeah. Yeah, if you don't have to drive, please don't. Oh, dear. This is Sarnia. Prasanna posted this from Sarnia. If somebody literally posts just a white photo, just literally goes and like Photoshop and just saves a pure white photo and sends it in and says, this is Sarnia right now, I would be like, maybe. It might be a legit report. Wow. That is not great. Squirrel Depot, yes. We will cover Squirrel Depot soon in great detail because we love our squirrels. This is from Sarnia, and it does not look great. Not look great. Thank you to Prasanna for sending that photo. It's ridiculous. Wow. Let's keep scrolling here. Whoa, 5 minutes ago. This is Port Colborne 5 minutes ago from Darlene. Darlene says, in Port Colborne, every window in our house looks like this. Winds are from the southwest, and this is an east-facing patio door. Winds are very strong. Jen says, is a blizzard warning worse than a storm warning? Yes. Blizzard is their absolute... a blizzard warning... Yeah, it's just their highest level. I was about to compare it to some summer stuff, but that doesn't make any sense. So, no, it's the blizzard warning is like the worst. Other than, to be fair, like, extreme freezing rain warning. But you could make an argument there that the freezing rain might be, if the freezing rain is going to go on for days and days and days, it's going to be even worse. So, Karen with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Karen. Thank you so much. Thank you to all those sending super stickers in. I really appreciate it. And the team does as well, too. Thank you kindly. Whoa. What is that damage, Lindsay? In Port Burwell, their building roof has been totally lifted off. They were closed. Is that a school? Hold on, I gotta find that report. Thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate that. Yeah, blizzard is. I mean, winter storms is also disgusting, but blizzard is Environment Canada's. I'd say strongest whiteout condition. I mean, snow. You could some snow squalls. You could argue have that like blizzard level. It's a restaurant. Oh, thankfully they were closed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, some snow squalls. Like it's blizzard conditions, but it's very, very, very isolated. Like this little stream of blizzard, and then you drive out of it. It's like a sunshiny day. So snow squalls can be pretty brutal. Wind ripped it off in a single piece. Restaurant near Lake Erie, I think. Okay, I gotta find this. Hold on. Let me just refresh this. We're on Ontario Storm Reports right now on Facebook. This is our reporting group. 44.9 thousand members now. Thank you for joining. Oh, Cam mounted my phone to plow control so people can see what we see in the open versus a little bit of shelter. Give plows the space they need. Thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit here. Whoa! Look at the difference. As soon as he gets to a clearing. Watch this. Watch this. Whoa. Oh, man. That is... Oh, man, you can't see a thing. Whoa, that's tense. Eek. That is not great. Wow. Midland, Ontario. Huge tree split and took our neighbor's power line. Now the wire is hanging low over the street. Caution around Dominion and 8th. Thank you for the report, Brad. 1 minute ago. That's not great. Karen asked if the power of the wind determines the blizzard status. I would think so. Yeah, it's because you can have a lot of heavy snow, but it's once the winds really start blowing that you start to get those drastic whiteout conditions. So I would say, yeah, it has to do with the wind, and I think it has to be sustained wind for 6 hours or something like that. Alana probably would know better than me, but I'm pretty sure the criteria is 6 hours. I think so.
It's visibility reduced to 400 meters.
Oh, visibility
for
reduced to
4
400 meters?
hours.
Oh, for 4 hours or more.
With winds of 40 kilometers per hour or more.
I see. Winds of 40 kilometers an hour or more for 4 hours or more. And the visibility reduced to, sorry, did you say 400 meters or 250 meters?
400 meters.
400 meters. Okay. I see. So 440. And I see. That's how you remember it. So you remember that's 400 meters. It's 40 kilometers or more. And it's for 4 hours or more. It's the 444. That's right. Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate that. Nice to have meteorologist Elaine Campbell in my ear. It's convenient. It's quite convenient. Thank you. That doesn't look good in Midland. I hope everybody's okay. Don't go anywhere near downed wires, please. That's brutal. This is one way to do it. I think we literally have that exact gazebo. We should go do this outside right now. This is a great idea. You go bungee or you go rope crazy. They put are they tying it to the barbecue? I don't know. What are they doing here? They're just tying it. They're tying it to the to the deck. That's one way to keep your gazebo down. Ours is drilled into the stones, but the whole thing's like an umbrella, right? So it's not great. Okay. I want to find that report. So I've already seen that one. Here it is. Oh, okay. It was a comment. So Beach's Patties in Port Burwell, their building roof has been totally lifted off. They were closed. No one was hurt, thank goodness. The whole roof came off in Port Burwell. I wonder if I can open this up, if it's going to be full screen or not. Let's find out. Yep. That's not great. Let me see if I change this to, would this help? Nope. Didn't help at all. Oh. Maybe if I can zoom out, would that help? Let's see. Zoom out. Aha. Zooming skills. Yeah, so the entire roof of this restaurant got ripped off in one fell swoop. That's not good. Everybody's okay. Sounds like they are. Thank you, Jody, for sharing that. Eek. If you could make that its own post as well, too, please. Here, I'm going to actually comment to her right now. I'm going to say, hi, Jody. Oops, Jody. Actually, I'll tag her here. Here we go. Thank you for sharing. Please make this its own post so we can share it. Share it on our pages. If you haven't already. Okay. So I sent that to her. Hope everybody's okay. It's not great. That snowplow video is ridiculous, though. They can hear me as well. Oh, you guys can hear Alana? How? Oh, you were talking through... wait, what? I'm confused. Did you guys hear Alana as well? Oh, look, we have spam, and it's gone. You team? We can hear the lady in your ear as well, says Michael Clark. I don't know how. I'm not going to question it. Unless you're turning your audio on. Were you turning your audio on StreamYard? Or were you talking to me through Discord? Yeah, but I have it muted now. Oh, it's still not muted. Through Discord. Understand now. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. Alana could just talk through Discord. Perfect. That's great. Emptiness says that's one way to bend the frame. Yeah, I mean, still better than the whole thing blowing away. Why is everyone saying it's a 50-car pileup? It's just dozens and dozens of accidents. I think there was quite a big pileup at one point, but I don't know exactly how many cars were involved. It's a good question. Tom says, can we add photos here on YouTube? I don't think on YouTube, but if you are on Facebook, please join our Facebook group. It's called Ontario Storm Reports. And you can post and the whole community can see. This one was ridiculous. We showed this earlier from Darlene. In Port Colborne, she says every window in their house looks like this. So there's that. Yeah, Lana, if you talk through Discord, it'll come through here. Yeah, same with Teresa and everybody too. Perfect. Oh, slow motion puppy. Always a good thing to share. You're right, though. I turned on audio monitoring. Okay, so what? So if it works for you, then how come it didn't work for the video? That's what's driving me nuts. Trying to get the audio from the video, but no, it's not how it's going to work. Fine. Wait a minute. Choose where to play sounds. No, I gotta do it there. Okay. Anyways, all right. Whoa. 10 minutes ago in Ingleside. I'm not sure exactly where Ingleside is, but this is what it looks like in Ingleside. What? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Did it go back though? Wait, is my audio messed up or is it okay? I know what happened. Did I turn into a robot all of a sudden? My apologies. As long as it's fine now. Oops. See, Lindsay's pointing out that there was 100 vehicles on Highway 401 between London and Tilbury. Hold on a sec. Let me pull this up. I want to go back to radar though. Let's see if radar has changed at all or if it's just constantly blue. Always blue. Let's see here.
Regarding the 100-car pileup, that was based on an interview done with the OPP on the scene.
With CTV,
so that's
right?
where the 100 number is coming from.
Yeah. So OPP had an interview on CTV, and they said there was 100 cars involved in this particular pileup. So let 1 second here. I'm going to try to grab this so we can see. Give me just a moment. Okay. This is from Bob. Okay, there we go. So here's your current radar. Looks pretty snowy. I'm going to switch back over to the Facebook group. This was posted 1 minute ago. Bob Lionel posted this on our Ontario Storm Reports Facebook group. Up to 100 vehicles on Highway 401 between London and Tilbury. Ontario drivers are being warned to stay off the roads if possible as this dangerous system moves through Waterloo region, GTA, etc. This doesn't look good. I don't want to be in a little car stuck in the middle of that. That would not be nice. I hope all these truck drivers are okay. I hope everybody who was involved in this accident is okay. Here's that crazy video. One more of Fort Erie. I still don't know why you can't hear the sound. Driving me nuts. Why can't you hear the sound? Hold on. I'm going to try one more time. This is what Alana's going to say. Stop trying. Try one more time to see if you can hear this sound. Maybe you can't. You can hear it now. You can finally hear it. All right. That's loud. You can finally hear it, though. Something happened, and now we can hear it. That's right. Things are happening. Technology is improving somehow. It's quiet, but the sound is there. All right, I'll deal with that. That's fine. I can take that. Yay. Yay, it worked. Okay. Yeah, that's horrible. Hold on. Someone said they have a video. Someone posted a video of that crash. This Kristen Rowe. And she posted that on Facebook. I don't know where that link is. Let me see if I can just type it. I'm literally going to type this link from her. Hold on. I'm going old school here. I'm going to type a YouTube link out. I got the skills. Watch. Question mark. Equals V equals. I don't know what page she's on. IP-5564 QH0A. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? Is it going to work? It didn't work. Try it. E equals. Oh, maybe it's an L. LP dash 5564 QH0A. Look at these typing skills I've got. I've got typing skills. That's right. I found it. Okay, let's go. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Disclaimer here. I hope there's no profanity or anything. This is just to clarify, this is Aaron C on YouTube. AARON space C. And thank you, Kristen Rowe, for here. I'll put up her link here. There you go. This is the actual link if you want to watch it. Yeah, this is not what you want to run into when you're out on the road here. This is not great. Nobody wants to run into this in these conditions. That's halfway point of the video. I have a feeling it's not going to get any better. Or maybe the accident was up ahead and this is what's happening.
Adam, that video is from 2017.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
This video is from 2017. Sorry, Kristen, this is not the video. My bad. My bad. Disclaimer. Yeah, I should have noticed that. Okay. From 5 years ago. My bad. My bad. This is not from this particular crash. Please double check the dates. And I should as well too, but please double check the dates. Thank you, Elena, for pointing that out. 2017. Not from this particular crash. Ay, ay, ay. Eek. My bad. Sorry, folks. I'm sure it looks something like that, but obviously that video is 5 years old. So let's do the time warp again, says Gabby. Armchair Observer says fake storms. Yeah, there's nothing happening at all. It's a sunshiny day out there, I think, pretty sure. Moving along, says Mr. Borden. Happens to the best of us, says Michelle. Yeah, oops. My bad. My bad. Trista says, Hamilton seems a little calm right now. However, it's still snowing. Will the wind get progressively worse this evening? Yeah. The wind will get progressively worse this evening. Carol says, that's okay, Adam. Thanks, Carol. Appreciate it. Donald said, had me fooled too. Oopsie. Renee says, Canada is closed. Is it? Pretty calm in Ottawa. I'm sure the wind is certainly gonna pick up. Cars of London said they saw a TikTok video from one of the crash. I'm sure there's got to be videos out there. So. Someone said still hearing a voice in your ear. I don't think anybody's talking right now. Border crossings in Niagara area are closed, according to Niagara 411. Thank you very much, Alana. Appreciate that. Coral says, can you please explain the raw data that was posted? Yeah, so I think depending on which raw data it was, if it were talking about the model data, then that is talking about the snowfall potential from now until Sunday evening, which there you go. That's it right there. So this is model data. So this is the models are trying to guesstimate how much snow is going to fall. And that's what was talking about ridiculous amounts kind of in the Bracebridge, Gravenhurst area. Yeah, it's pretty intense for sure. So we'll see if that happens. Models aren't always perfect, but they certainly give us an idea of what's possible. And I mean, even if half of what they say is going to fall in Bracebridge and Gravenhurst is going to fall, then, but it could exceed 100 centimeters, which is pretty ridiculous. So, wow. Hopefully everybody's okay. Marcy says, will Midland come anywhere close to the Bracebridge amounts? Maybe. Midland's at the top left of this image. You can see, and it's right on the edge of that squall. So Midland could get hammered. It's possible. It's certainly possible. We'll have to see. We will have to see. 1 second here. Just going to go and pull this image off. There we go. All right. So let me just hit refresh on our Facebook group here and see if there's any more reports. Give me just a second here. Thank you again, Bob, for that report there. Brutal conditions in Chatham. Whoa, this is 2 hours ago. Peacock Point on Lake Erie at 11:30 in the morning. Those are quite the waves already at 11:30. I'm sure they're only going to get worse. Tonight, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous tonight, for sure. Just to point something out, Jackie says, I tried to share a post from Niagara 411 page that was declined here. Any link is automatically declined because the spammers are ridiculous with their links. Like 9 out of 10 reports, 9 out of 10 posts that try to go to the page are spammers posting links. So we just have links completely blocked. But if you post something that has a link and then it gets declined, what you did here is one way of doing it. Also, too, you can maybe message one of the moderators of the group as well, too, or put it in the comments. Put in the comments of our daily pin post would be a good idea and say, I tried to share this. but it got declined. To clarify, we didn't. There's no one who pushed the decline button. We just have literally links turned off. So links get auto declined. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. From the win last night in Limoges. I'm not sure. Limoges, Ontario. Thankfully, they fell away from the house. Yeah, that's always a good thing. The wind pushed my barbecue halfway across my deck. A table and some chairs fell against the railing. Stopped it. Ouch. I see. So this is where it used to be, and this is where it is. Wow. It's not like, yeah, this got dragged across your deck. That's not great. And where was this again? In Port Bruce. Wow. Eek. Bulldog is not a fan of the wind. Posted Garrett. Thank you, Garrett. Appreciate that. Look at the face. Oh, my goodness. Lots of posts. There's that Sarnia photo again, which is, it's something. Here we go. Becky posted a video from south of Innisfil Beach Road on the 10th. Oh, I see what you can do, Brennan. You want to go, oh, you can do a live and I can actually bring it right up. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, Brennan's going to have a live camera from Bracebridge so we can see how brutal it's going to get there. It's going to be something. This was Becky in Innisfil Beach Road on the 10th. That doesn't look very nice. She posted that 5 minutes ago. Thank you, Becky. Appreciate it. This is my whole street is a snowdrift in North London. Deanna posted that. Yeah, it's not very nice out there, and the winds are only going to get stronger. Oh, a little chickadee sheltering from the storm in the bush behind our garage, Rosemont, Ontario. Aw. Hold on, little guy. Or girl. Don't go flying in this. Wonder if looks pregnant or just really well fed. I'm not sure. Looks pretty squishy. This was Rob posting that. We should probably, again, I want to bring up the 511. Bring up the 511 road closures as well, too. Be a good idea at some point in time. Again, thank you to everybody who's watching on TikTok, everybody who is watching on Facebook and on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and all the different places. We appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Whoa. 7 minutes ago, Lori posted this, but didn't put a location. I'm just going to comment to her. Hi, thank you for sharing. Please add a location. And, so I don't know where that is, Lori posted, but it doesn't look very nice there. Lots of blowing snow across the road. That was from Kawartha Lakes earlier. When is this from? 2:22 p.m. 222. Donna posted this 2:22 p.m. from Fort Erie. Oh my goodness. Whoa. That's when you see the winds dying down. I don't know, it's Sunday. Yeah, that is nasty. Oh, couldn't hear me. I see. I had it too loud. I'll turn that down. Hey, at least you can hear the video, though. There's something. That's something. How about now? Let me hear me now. Hear me now? That's still pretty loud. How about now? Is it better? Is that a little better? Maybe. Oh well. That is ridiculous. I'm going to share that to the pages here. Give me a second. Give me just a moment. I'm going to flip you back to radar, so you can see the current radar. 1 second. Here's the current radar. I'm going to hit play. You can see what's going on. It's very blue. Blue means snow. So there's that. Oh, BZ says the chickadee is just puffing up its feathers because it's cold. They lay eggs in the spring. That makes sense. Yeah, of course. Seth says videos coming from Hamburg of police using their SWAT trucks to pull ditched cars out. Eek. Stephanie says one of the winds in Exeter is supposed to pick up. It's not going to be long. Shouldn't be long now. This evening is going to be really strong. We couldn't hear the video. Ah, well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, well. Go check out this video. You'll see it. I'm going to post it. I'm going to share it to... give me 1 second here. I'm going to share it to Ontario Stormwatch and Instant Weather Ontario. Just 1 second here. Hope everybody's staying safe with these ridiculous winds. And all the snow. Ah, I see. I didn't have my noise canceling on, so you could probably hear chairs being dragged above me. I'm sure it's better now. Or eerie. Okay, go check Instant Weather Ontario. I just shared that video to there. And I will also share it to Ontario Stormwatch. Amazing Person 349 says David Piano posted a video on Twitter of significant blizzard conditions in Crystal Beach. He says it looks like nothing's ever seen before. It's absolutely crazy. Oh yeah, zoom out the radar. My bad. Oh no, that's I don't know how far I got to zoom out. I'm showing a lot of the region there. Okay, and the other place I wanted to share it to was Ontario Stormwatch. There we go. That's intense. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. We got a live camera view from Brandon's place up in Bracebridge. Live from Bracebridge, Ontario. So you can see how high the snow is now. And then let's see how ridiculous it is. If he keeps this camera going, if he keeps power, then he can keep this camera going all the way until Sunday night, when models are estimating that his area is going to see 150 centimeters of snow. 5 feet of snow. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. So there's that. Thanks for sharing that, Brendan. Appreciate it. Blowing poor visibility. Hydro keeps going in and out, says Lisa. Thank you for sharing. Hazel says, where do we post pics? Head over to, obviously you're on Facebook because I can see the little icon beside your name. So go to search Ontario Storm Reports and please share them with our community if it's safe to do so for sure. I will post the link right here. Ontario Storm Reports is our Facebook group where you can share your report and then everybody in the community can see it. So whoa. Whoa, this is Susie Q on Ontario Storm Reports just posted this. Look at the left and the right. Fort Erie, Ontario, blizzard conditions making impossible to see even the house and SUV across the road. Neighbors close enough I could toss a baseball at them, and I suck at throwing. Took video by sticking my head out the door, and the camera didn't know what to focus on. Pic on the left is 8:30 in the morning, and on the right is 12:50 p.m. I had a gust of wind that I swear tried to rip my bay window off. Oh man, look at the comparison here. This looks like it's not even the same place until you look at the tree and realize it's the same place. Whoa. Bye bye, house. Where to go? That car is here. A lot of people have white cars. I'm like, white cars are the greatest in the winter. I'm just saying. You kind of want to stand out. You want to contrast the snow. The whole car is white. Doesn't help. Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Seaside Drift says it's called winter. That's it. Jeez. Oh yeah.
We've got more highway closures.
Oh. Okay.
All westbound lanes are closed of the 401 west of County Road 30 in the municipality of Brighton.
Thank you. Appreciate that. The fan says power out in Lyle. Crazy winds also. Thank you for the report. Appreciate it. Just dumped a whole bunch of salt from those peanuts all over my keyboard. Probably hear the boop boop when I plug it in. The Windows 11 sound said Windows 2K. I figured Windows 2K would chime in on that. Yeah, any sound that comes through my desktop right now is going straight into the stream. So hopefully I don't have any like random notifications or stuff. Anywho. Oh, there's the video. Oh my. Yeah, that's not great. Ouch. That's rough. Oh my goodness. What is this? 20 minutes ago in Fort Erie. Yeah, that's not very nice. Tyler asked what the model is predicting. What models are predicting for Collingwood? That's a good question. Let me jump back to our snowfall map. We've got Collingwood in the 25 to 50 centimeter realm. Somewhere in there. That's bananas. Sorry, just commenting on a crazy photo. So let's just jump back to radar, and it's blue. Hi from Toronto. Hey, Dominic. How's it going? I think I'm going to get some lunch at some point in time. Trevor says, I lost internet for about an hour in Kitchener-Waterloo. That's no good. No power now in Newcastle, Ontario. In the port, says Carrie. Thank you for the report. Holly says, drifts and blowing snow is horrible from Harrow and Essex County. Just home from work. Thank you for sharing. Glad you're home safe. Barry says, Highway 21 between Amberley and Saugeen First Nation closed. Essex, Ontario has whiteout conditions. Thank you. Darren makes a good point. Says, it's all fun and games until your power goes out. Sarah said, can you recap all the highway closures? Yeah, you know, I can jump on the old 511 here. I think. I thought it was 511.ca, but it's not. Is it 511.on.ca? On.ca? I think so. No, it's definitely not it either. 511 Ontario. I'll just search. Oh, it's 511on.ca. I see. I see. Let me go to the okay. I'm gonna pull up their map. There we go. Okay. What the heck? How does 511 have Waze incidents? Is there a Waze API? I gotta get that. We gotta get that going. Let's pull this up here. Give me a sec. Give me just a moment. I need to make a new scene for it. What will we call it? We will call it 511. Okay. Just a moment. All right. And let me go to window capture. Make sure I choose the right one. And make sure it fills the whole screen. Hold on a second here. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And should be able to do this. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. Should be able to make this the whole screen. All right. Okay. All right, getting somewhere. Give me just a moment, and I will bring that up. Okay, I'll transition to that. Hey, look at that. Isn't that fancy? Okay, so this is 511on.ca showing the different road closures and conditions. I believe, let's see here. Oops. That's odd. There we go. Off my plow. Okay, so if you see this dash, that means it's a closure. If you see an exclamation mark, that means there's an incident. And let's see what we got over here. Yeah, collision on Highway 4, both directions between Banastra Road and McDonald Road, all lanes closed. Dublin, road conditions on Highway 8 both directions. All lanes closed. Goderich area closed. Between Blythe Road, Sunset Beach Road. Those are all closed. Grand Bend is closed as well. Area. Highway 7, both directions between Highway 4 and Richmond Street, Stratford city limits. All lanes closed. Yeah, South London closed. What's going on with the 401? Collision on 401 westbound. All lanes closed. Collision on Highway 2 westbound. All lanes closed. 402. All lanes closed. South of London. Yep. How do they have Waze reports? Waze incident. User reported a minor crash. Data by Waze. What? How are they getting this data? Someone help me. I want this data. Undercar pileup near Dutton. Says Roy Stevens. Pat says all Dufferin County roads are closed. Adam, thank you. Appreciate it. Angela says, Adam, go eat. Other watcher says, Adam, I'm trying to post, but it keeps saying technical error. On Facebook? That might just be a Facebook technical error. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do. You might have to refresh or maybe update your app. What time is Toronto going to get better? Sunday. The time is Sunday. Waze has an API cover? I'm guessing so. I know there was a Waze API. I didn't realize you could pull reports from it, though. That's amazing. That's brilliant. I like it. Let's go through some of these webcams. It's pretty cool stuff. This is Highway 49, Southside Quincy Skyway, looking north. There's not much to look at. Did that camera just go out? The camera now went out while we were watching it. Eek. Uh-oh. That's Highway 404 near Highway 401. Oof. This is Highway 404 near Bloomington Road. Yeah, it doesn't look very nice. BT. Hold on a second. Okay. Let's zoom out. We have the road conditions turned on as well. Look, these are forecasted road conditions. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the road conditions are going to get worse in a lot of areas long term, 9 to 12 hours. What are the forecasted road conditions? Is it going to load? Come on, you can load. No, it doesn't want to load for me. Okay, fine. Current. Yeah, not good. Eek. Fair. Look at these. Fair road condition is the forecast, and yet they're all closed. Let's just go with the current road conditions. It's probably a better idea. Looks like there is. What am I dealing with here? Weather hazard, heavy snow, lots of heavy snow reports from Waze users through the city. Closures for Shelburne, Orangeville. Yeah, not great. Prince Edward County as well too. We have closures and closures all the way down to, where is this? What is there an incident here? Collision on 401 eastbound at North Talbot Road, right lane closed, which is Southern Windsor. And what's this? Oh, some road work. I see. And then still the closure 401 eastbound between Eastbound Service Center, Tilbury Visitor Information Center, and Victoria Road. All right, so not great conditions in a lot of different areas. Oh, Jace or JC. Any temperature maps, forefront of storm and behind storm, a wind direction map, and other maps. Can you review the maps from east to west, north to south? People's areas are being left out. Who's being left out? Let me know if you're being left out. I'll try my best to cover it. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at, let's go back and look at some of the model runs because they're pretty impressive. Oof. Some interesting posts coming in the storm report page here as well. Give me just a moment and I will. What is trucker mode? There's a trucker mode. That's interesting. That's cool. Anyways, okay. So let's go back to the storm reports page. First, I'm going to jump back to radar. Here's the current radar. If you feel like you're being left out, we're covering most folks here. Tracy says they really think Windsor's going to get 6 to 12 inches. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. I know it's going to stop snowing soon if it hasn't already in Windsor, and then it's going to start again overnight into tomorrow as well too. So yeah, blue means snow. How does St. Catherine's look, says Julia. From what I've seen, it looks pretty nasty. Pamela now says there's a 100-car pileup between Kingston and Belleville. That's not great. Dustin says, can you comment? Oh, sorry. Can you comment on Sauble Beach area, Bruce Peninsula? Yeah, the snow squalls are going to be forming if they haven't already, and they're going to continue all the way into Sunday. And it's going to be brutal for those areas. So can I comment? Yeah, it's going to be awful. Here's one of the models. Pardon the giant numbers you see on the screen, but those are representative of centimeters. As you can see up in Bracebridge and Gravenhurst, the model is estimating 151 centimeters. But as you can see through Sauble Beach and Owen Sound areas, you're talking, I think it's estimating 50, 60, maybe even higher, 70 centimeters. In some cases, it's getting into that same pink color that we see in Bracebridge. So actually, you might be even higher as well too. I'll pull up the interactive model so I can actually give me a second here so I can actually go through them individually. I'm going to refresh the latest HRRR, see what we can get here. Oh yeah, there is an 18Z. Okay, let's bring up the latest HRRR for winds and for snowfall. So let's do it real quick. Okay, so here's your current snowfall. And here's the snowfall by Sunday night, showing 51 inches in the Bracebridge area. Down here, east of Kincardine, 31 inches, 45 inches east of Owen Sound. That's not great. And 30-something inches. And that's inches. That's not centimeters. That's inches. South of Niagara. So this is just one model run. Models are always guesstimating what could happen. So it's not necessarily going to be an exact amount of what ends up falling. However, even if 75% of that falls, it's still going to be insane. Krista says, as per OPP, they have closed all roads in Huron County. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Rob says, 511 also has Track My Plow, which is pretty cool. I do like that feature. Yeah, that's really awesome. Cars of London says, blizzard warning in London, but no alert on the app. Yeah, there was some parsing issues with some of the blizzard warnings, so we have to take a peek into that and see what's happening, because most of them are going through, but a few of them were not. So we'll have to figure that out. I mean, it's, most people can look out the window, but Yeah, but obviously we want to have the correct alerts on the app for sure. So there was a weird parsing issue with some of the blizzard warnings, so we have to double check in to see exactly what's happening with that. By parsing issue, it means something was slightly different in the alert that caused an error with the code that processes the alerts. I'm not sure why, but we're going to take a peek into exactly why that's happening and make sure that is solved moving forward, so it doesn't happen again. We've dealt with those random parsing errors for the last, I don't know, 7 years. We've solved pretty much most of them, but randomly you can still have some glitches. So nevertheless, we will take a peek into it, find out. There's a 100-car pile up eastbound 401 between Kingston and Belleville. So Taylor says 150 centimeters. We'll never get out of the house. Yeah, it's not guaranteed that that's gonna for sure be the amount that falls. But I mean, because that's like 5 feet, but we could have like 3 feet or more. It's gonna be intense for sure. Dory says people need to verify reports before they post comments. Yeah, it's multiple people are saying that, but if you can find out, if we can get some more information on that, it'd be appreciative of those who look deep into it. Peacewind says Environment Canada has upgraded a ton of regions to blizzard warning. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. So let's go. Here are the wind gusts for as the current wind gusts. Well, they're already picking up pretty strong, and they're going to get stronger by tonight. So that's intense for sure. Again, hi to all those joining us on TikTok. We're finally going live on TikTok. Those on Facebook, on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Instagram. Oh, no, we're not on Instagram. We're not live on Instagram. We're on right now. We're on LinkedIn. That's what I meant. Sorry. And LinkedIn as well too. Thank you everybody for joining us. This is a crazy storm. We hope everybody's staying safe. If you have not yet, download our free app. It's called Instant Weather. You can get it at instantweatherapp.com. Deborah says, is there any information on flights in and out of Pearson? I don't think there's any flights going in and out of Pearson right now. I mean, there might be, but cancellations are probably a pretty high risk, I would think. There's going to be some cancellations for sure, especially as the winds really pick up in the GTA. It's going to get worse. So I would not be surprised if we had quite a lot of cancellations. I think someone said WestJet was proactively canceling their flights yesterday, but I'm not sure if that's all of them. Please let us know. These are the wind gusts from the HRRR. Wow. 67 miles per hour. This is all in miles per hour here, these numbers you see. But certain areas are getting quite strong. 60, that's ridiculously strong. 65 near Belleville. This is overnight tonight. It's going to be really strong winds overnight. Really hope folks with power, their power stays on. Have we seen the latest numbers of how many power outages there are? Oh, Brennan says correct. All WestJet flights were proactively canceled. Brennan also said almost every model has been showing 75 centimeters plus for Bracebridge consistently, so he'd be surprised if it doesn't happen. Yes. How long have we been streaming for? Let's see. Anybody? 3 hours and 44 minutes. That went by pretty quick. 70,000 people without hydros as for Hydro 1. And that's only Hydro 1.
Eastwind says Cleveland has a whopping 70% flight cancellation. I'm surprised it's not 100. Barry says ARY Ontario has an hour. Rob Thompson says a Midland Hydro crews were on scene and fixed within very short order. Big thank you to them. That's great to hear. Kelsey says, any more info about Woodstock? You're in it with the rest of us. It's going to be pretty nasty. Woodstock and lots of other areas as well, too. So there's nothing specific about Woodstock. There's nothing really can narrow down for certain areas. Ashley says, our hydro has been out since 4 a.m. I'm assuming you're in the Ottawa region, but let me know, because I know there were some power outages there this morning. Traveling to Florida tomorrow morning. Should we be fine? I don't know. Maybe not. It's hard to say. A lot of flights being canceled, so it's hard to say for sure. I can't tell you if you're going to be okay. You'll have to just find out. Just keep watching. Hopefully the conditions aren't too bad when you have to fly out. We'll see. What time is this current wind model showing? This is 04Z, so this would be about 11 p.m. I didn't get much sleep. I was up trying to make sure I had this TikTok thing working, and then I woke up early and was like, I gotta stream, and I've been focusing on that ever since. Let's check out our live camera from Bracebridge. There we are. So far, looks kind of boring, but Bracebridge is supposed to get a ridiculous amount of snow, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you, Brendan, for putting that camera up in Bracebridge. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. Cal says, what time are those winds supposed to be? Well, I mean, this is at 11, but let's go scroll back. Here's now. So this is 2, 3. And I'll just go back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yellow is bad. Brown is really bad. 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like it gets stronger at midnight. 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10, 11, 12, 1 p.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10. It's still going to be nasty tomorrow. Tomorrow's not going to be lovely. It's still going to be lots of snow and some strong winds. The winds are going to finally start to taper off Sunday afternoon. But tonight is going to be brutal. This is brutal. 65 mile per hour winds across much of the region. 50 to 65 kilometer or mile per hour winds, which is like, 56 mile per hour winds is 90 kilometers an hour. So basically, you're gonna have gusts, and these are gusts. Sorry, these aren't sustained. These are gusts. So you're gonna have like 70 to 110, in some areas 120 kilometer an hour winds all night. The brown part is bad. Not very good. This is my favorite stuff. We're in North Bay. How are we doing? You're in North Bay. How are you doing? I'm not in North Bay. It'd be, if you could tell us how North Bay is, it'd be awesome. It's so much better as opposed to saying, my favorite thing is like, like, I'm in Barrie. How's Barrie doing? It's like, please tell us. Let us know how it is. Caitlin says 65 miles per hour is 105 kilometers an hour. Thank you, Caitlin. Appreciate that. Sarah says, when's the worst of it supposed to be? Tonight would be the strongest winds. There's already experiencing ridiculously strong winds. I'm going to show you some reports of ridiculously strong winds. Whoa. Matt, that's intense. Hey, I'm not sure if Matt is watching this stream, but if you could post that video on Ontario Storm Reports, I'd appreciate that. Matt is a new member of our team here. 70,000 without power. Temperatures are dropping. It's not a great situation. Let's jump over to... We just jump over to radar really quick. It's still blue. Snow. Lots of snow. I'm going to jump over to our Facebook group. Let me just refresh so I can make sure. Thank you, Lana, for talking about that. Appreciate it. Again, hi to everybody who's watching us on TikTok and Facebook and Twitch and Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn. If you're watching the stream on your phone, turn it. And I'm like a tiny little rectangle of the screen. It's brutal. But if you turn your phone sideways, life is grand. Andrew says, could the winds produce high enough that they bring down trees? Yes, and we already have reports of trees down. So let me find you some. Let me just go in here and I'll show you that we already have. This is on our Facebook group, Ontario Storm Reports. This is Sarnia. Power just went out in 10 minutes ago in Chatham, says Anita. Lindsay and Patricia, do you guys have power? Sorry, do you ladies have power? Let me see here. This is from Fort Erie. That. This was that ridiculous video. This is a plow driver who mounted a camera, and it doesn't look so. It does like, hey, it's not too bad. It's not so bad. And then as soon as he drives out into the open field, it gets bad. Let's watch this again because this was ridiculous. Oh, the outage is in North Chatham. So Lindsay and Patricia on our team are good. Look at this video. Oof. That's a big oof. Can't even see anything. Good for now. Glad to hear it. This was Fort Erie. Wind is ridiculous in Fort Erie. And yes, we did have some reports of trees down as well. So let's go take a peek at those. Give me 1 sec. Sabrina, glad I made it home from work before it gets worse. Please be safe out there, everyone. Some spots had no visibility, but only lasted a couple seconds in Orchardville. Thank you. This is Tara from St. Catharines, starting to pick up there. This is Trudy from Seaforth. It's gotten much worse here in Seaforth. First video was taken shortly before noon. Second was at 2:40 p.m. Yeah, that's getting pretty nasty. Thank you, Trudy. Appreciate the report. Seaforth snowed all day in Huron County. Yeah, lots of closures. 511 is a good place to see the closures. Jennifer Cassidy posted this 21 minutes ago. The wind gusts are wild in Simcoe, Ontario, off of Lake Erie. Whoa. 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 That's ridiculous. Dang. That was Becky earlier from Instant Beach Road. And we did have, there's Port Colborne. Pretty nasty. Feel bad for there's Dalton. Feel bad for the garbage collectors today, but they made it somehow, taken in Charing Cross at 8:45. Yeah, that wouldn't have been fun. Here's Jeremy in Newmarket. Conditions deteriorating. To try to find some of those tree down reports. They're obviously pretty far down the page here. This is Amherst View, Ontario, from Aaron. Thank you. This is Belleville, 10 minutes ago, from Joe. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Greater Sudbury Hydro is aware of a power outage in the south end affecting customers in the areas of Moonglow, Sunnyside, Long Lake, Jarvie, Lammy, and Silver Lake. The cause is unknown, and there was no estimated time of restoration. Andrew said apparently it's been partially restored. That's good news. St. Thomas. There's St. Thomas right there. Doesn't look too bad, St. Thomas. This is Smith Falls starting to pick up here. Thank you, Curtis. Appreciate it. This is Bloomfield, Prince Edward County. Can't see the end of my driveway, says Betty. Winds are brutal and temps have already headed south. Please stop shaking the snow globe. Eek. Windows 2K says the audio is out of sync. Is it? Like from my voice? Check. 1, 2, 2. My bad. I need a new CPU. The i5 9700K overclocked to 4.8 and liquid cooled is just not cutting it anymore. It's just not cutting it for these streams. I'm going to need something a little more powerful. 13600K looks nice. And it's not too expensive. Ish. There's a tree down. Yay, I finally figured it out. There you go, Andrew. Good. The wind's behind enough to bring down trees. This is a giant tree, and it looks like it's down. Giant pine tree fell. That's not good. And that was in Coburg. Massive evergreen. Fell down. This is St. Catharines a few minutes ago. Pretty nasty. And there's Belleville from the water again from Joe. Thank you. Whiteout in Mallory Town. Thank you very much for posting, Terry. South Ajax, green yesterday. Probably not anymore. Crazy. Anyways, yeah. So can trees come down? Sure. I would say yes. I'm going to say yes. Kelsey says, I should have got my winter tires on earlier. Gotta wait a couple weeks. Eek. Hopefully you're not traveling anywhere. Amy says, that's a beautiful tree. So sad. Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully, sometimes I'm not talking into the microphone, so it might cut out a little bit. So I'll turn the volume up a bit if I'm going to be in mumbly mode. Oh, my audio's out of sync? That's no good. I think maybe it's because we've been streaming for such a long time. I might cut off the stream at 4 hours here, and then I may come back a little bit later to continue to track these. But I may cut off the live stream so that I can get all my stuff back in sync, because obviously the audio is having some issues here. QEW major collision, 40 eastbound, bottom of Garden City Skyway, 6 vehicle collision with injuries. Oh no, all lanes blocked, emergency services and OPP on the way. That's not good. Bob says out of sync about 400 milliseconds, maybe a bit more. Yeah, it's probably because I've been streaming for so long, and again because the CPU is chugging along. Video ahead of audio by 7 seconds, says Mike. restart your stream to correct the sync issue. Yeah, it's probably on my end, I would think. I think it's on my end. Amy says, go eat. But what do I eat is the question. Any suggestions? Let us know. Storm ships, says JJ. Soup. That's not about it. Christmas cookies. Okay. All right. Storm ships, says Alexis. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I see where the trend is going here. Barbara's got the right idea. I'm going to cook my dinner now in case. Now you're talking grilled cheese. All right, Jess. I see what's up. Sandwich. Now you're speaking my language. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a little break and then probably come back on a little bit later on. So, I mean, I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to stream later on, especially because if we could lose power, who knows? But chances are I'll probably come back on a little bit later. I hope everybody stays safe. Yeah, I hope you're all okay. And if you don't have to travel, please don't. Leave the roads for the essential workers. And yeah. Hope you're all doing okay. We'll get through this slowly but surely. Stay warm. Stay safe. Clear those furnace exhausts, please. And yeah, and we'll talk to you very soon. We'll be back on in a little bit. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. See you soon. I'm going to go eat a sandwich. It's going to be fantastic. Bye-bye.